Oral Roberts is back on the road to complete the two-game road trip as they take on the TCU Horned Frogs. Hi, everybody. This is Connor Clark here on the ORU Sports Network. So glad you can make us a part of your Thursday evening plans, and a big one here in the DFW area as Oral Roberts looks to close out their non-conference road slate with a statement W against a Big 12 opponent. This is the Empire Fence pregame show. Empire Fence of Tulsa, leading a legacy built on excellence since 1955. Northeast Oklahoma's most trusted fence builder. Visit empirefence.net. That is empirefence.net. Well, the Horned Frogs come in with a 7-3 record. ORU at 5-8. This is the sixth meeting all-time between these two programs, and TCU leads the all-time series 4-1. ORU winning the inaugural meeting between these two, and then TCU has won the last 4. They haven't met since 2021, so a series getting renewed about 4 years later. Let's meet the Horned Frogs. This last time out, they gutted out a really close one against Incarnate Word, 69-65 right here on this court on Monday night. They did trail by 13 in that first half, and it was a big performance by David Punch to get them back into the ball game. He had a double-double, 17 points, 13 rebounds, 1 assist. And, oh, by the way, he had 5 blocks. We'll get to that statistic later on in the pregame show. But Punch, he likes to punch the ball out of the painted area, if you get what I'm saying. Brock Harding on the other side as well had a nice performance. The transfer from Iowa, 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's one of the best assist men in the entire country. Another stat we'll mention throughout the broadcast here tonight. So I mentioned that they had a close win over Incarnate Word on Monday night, and this team has been really up and down this season when you talk about TCU. They have really notable wins over number 10 Florida and Wisconsin to win the Rady Children's Invitational out in San Diego over Thanksgiving. They also almost beat number 6 Michigan at home, and if you paid attention to college basketball at all this year, you know that Michigan is annihilating everybody right now. It should probably be the number 1 team in the country that's currently sit at number 2 in the AP poll. But so those have been the good things for TCU. But the bad things have been, well, they lost to New Orleans, who has 3 wins right now on opening night, 78-74. And then, of course, almost losing to Incarnate Word, a game that, if you ask a lot of people who watched it, I'll tell you that TCU probably should have lost that game. So it's been a tough team to figure out right now. And I think head coach Jamie Dixon is still trying to figure out his squad as he moves into the late stages of December. So this should be a really interesting ball game here tonight. TCU does play a very small rotation, only play 8 guys, and they only played 8 guys against Incarnate Word the other night. Only 7 players have played in all 10 games. So, again, the bench really doesn't go that deep. He likes to stick with his guys, Jamie Dixon does, and it's about an 8-man rotation on average. The strength of schedule has been something of a positive for TCU this season. They're one of 8 Power Conference teams to host multiple Power 5 teams in the non-conference this year. The other teams include Alabama, BYU, Duke, Illinois, Pitt, Kentucky, and Wake Forest. So pretty good handful of teams right there that have also done that. The last time TCU hosted 2 Power 5 opponents in the non-conference schedule, you got to go all the way back to the 2016-17 season, which was Jamie Dixon's first season, which was the Big 12 ACC Challenge. So you got to go back a little bit farther. So TCU definitely challenging themselves in year 10 under Jamie Dixon. Players to watch for the Horned Frogs. It all starts with number 15, David Punch, the sophomore, averaging 13.8 points per game, 8.1 rebounds, and 2 assists. He shoots it at a 56% rate, a lot of it around the rim, just 28% from 3 and 70% from the free throw line. He has 24 blocks in total this year, which is tied for 26th in the country, and he leads the Big 12 with 24 blocks this year. So when you get inside that painted area, you got to look out for number 15. He is coming to swat the ball, and he's coming to do it with force. Another player to watch, the Iowa transfer, number 2, Brock Harding, in his junior season, averaging 10.4 points per game, 2.8 rebounds, and 5.8 assists. One of the best assist men in the country. Shooting it at a 42% rate, 29% from 3, and 66% from the free throw line. His 5.8 assists per game is tied for 30th nationally and is 4th in the Big 12 Conference. Final player to watch, number 1, Jaden Pierre, 11.3 points per game, 2.4 rebounds, 2.2 assists. Shoots it at a 46% clip, 41% from 3, and 70% from the free throw line. He led Providence last year in assists with 5.3 per contest. So he played 2 seasons over in the Big East for the Providence Friars, and another guy who can really distribute the ball at an extremely high level. So Number 2 and number 1 to look out for on the distribution level, and then, of course, number 15 to look out for inside that painted area when it comes to swatting those shots away. As for Oral Roberts, well, they lost a heartbreaker just 2 nights ago on Tuesday night in Springfield, losing 63-62. Keith Pallick III with a tip-in with 3.6 seconds left for the Missouri State Bears. That's a second 1-point loss for ORU this season. Ty Harper led the team with 20 points. He had 18 of them in the second half. Really just took the game over. We saw his years of experience really come to fruition in that ball game, and he was an absolute flamethrower in those last 20 minutes. Ofri Neve also came up huge. He hit 3 threes in that game, the most in any contest for him this season. Had 18 points and hit the go-ahead 3, and what we thought was going to be the game winner with 12.7 seconds left. But, of course, we all know how that ball game ended. The road streak, and it's not a good one, continues for Oral Roberts. They look for their first road win in 715 days. The last true road win for them came all the way back on January 3rd of 2024 as they defeated Montana State. So it's been a while, and ORU trying to finally break that spell against the Big 12 opponent here tonight. Close losses have also been a trend for Oral Roberts this season. We mentioned they've lost 2 games by a point. They've lost 3 games this season by 5 points or less. Of course, against crosstown rival Tulsa, 88-87. On the road at Florida Gulf Coast, 93-88. And then, of course, on Tuesday night, 63-62 at Missouri State. So you can tell this team is right there. They just got to get over the hump. And the players to watch are the usual suspects, Ty Harper, Ofri Neve, and Connor Dow. Well, as the Empire Fence pregame show continues, we will sit down with assistant coach Van Green, who had the scouting report for tonight's matchup. We'll preview TCU's defensive abilities. They're top 25 in defensive statistics. They're 26th in the country in defensive efficiency. So we break all that down with assistant coach Van Green, and then on the other side of that, we'll have starting lineups and tip-off and all the action from Fort Worth. So don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Empire Fence pregame show. This is Golden Eagle Basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Jaguar Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Adventure, comfort, safety. The Acura MDX has it all. Perfect for family trips or weekend getaways. The Acura MDX keeps you connected, comfortable, and confident on every road. Drive one today at Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, where luxury meets peace of mind. The MDX, your journey elevated.
This is number 20, Lane Sparks, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
Golden Eagle Basketball is right around the corner. Time to get you geared up with everything you need to know with the Empire Fence pregame interview. Here's Connor Clark.
Welcome back to the Empire Fence pregame show here on the ORU Sports Network ahead of ORU and TCU. Connor Clark joined by assistant coach Van Green ahead of tonight's contest. And coach, second game of the week-long road trip, kind of. And it comes with a pretty good opponent out of the Big 12 and TCU, one that is very sound defensively and have had some really nice wins this year and have also struggled at times. But when you look at this TCU team from an overall view, what do you notice? And it just kind of seems like they're a hard team to figure out what they are so far this year.
Absolutely. We know, Coach Dixon has been around for a long time. We kind of know the way he wants to play and who he is as a coach. So we have an idea of exactly who he wants his team to be. I feel like TCU is going through what every coach in the country is going through, just trying to figure out how to get guys to completely buy into your vision, to completely have buy-in culture-wise, personality, just trying to put the team first. We look at TCU and we obviously know who they are. They're phenomenal led point guard. Number 2, you have David Punch, one of the best players in the country, in my opinion. The biggest thing with them is who shows up, right? You look at the game against Incarnate Word, they didn't necessarily come out with that same fight and same vigor they had against Florida or against a Michigan. So we don't exactly know what they will bring, but the biggest thing and the biggest emphasis for us is always focusing on ourselves. If Oral Roberts will come with the right mindset, the right mentality, and the right approach, we'll give ourselves a chance no matter who we face.
Looking at this roster, you mentioned David Punch, and he's the team's leading scorer. He's also the team's leading rebounder and has 24 blocks this year to lead the team and is one of the best totals in the entire country. When you look at him on film, and obviously his athleticism is one thing that really stands out, and just his ability to really mess things up in that painted area.
Absolutely. The one thing that we have is because Coach Barnett came from the Big 12 last year, because Ofri was in the Big 12 last year as well, they have an opinion that is based on experience and not just what we see on film. We know that, look, he's 6'7", maybe even 6'8", around 250 pounds. He's very strong. He's a very good athlete. He can go get those shots. So the biggest thing with our guys, which we've been preaching all year, get in the paint, play off 2 feet. When you draw that help, the look is always out. If you have a wide open layup, absolutely, you take it. But for the most part, we want to rip baseline. We want to come off ball screens, try to get in the paint. We want to attack that paint, but we want to put them in reversals. If you can get off 2 feet, get the help to come over, ball fake, David Punch, get the kick out, and then drive it again, that's when you start to see TCU's defense will break down. But if you just make one action, try to go up in the paint, he will block it and have, 6, 7, 8 blocks tonight. So we just want to make sure we stick to the game plan. Multiple reversals, multiple paint touches, trying to get the ball reversed 2 to 3 sides every single possession, and just try to give ourselves a chance to have an opportunity to put some points on the board.
Brock Harding, another experienced player on this team, and coming over from 2 seasons at Iowa, and now making his home here with the Horned Frogs, averaging 10 a game, and a guy who can really distribute it. He's more than double in front of the next closest assist total on the team. He's got 58 of them, and when you look at his ability not only to distribute the basketball, but just to handle the basketball, he's kind of that, true point guard. He embodies that position to the fullest, and it's just kind of a tough guard. You don't necessarily have to worry about his scoring too much, but he's just a guy who's really smart and can make plays at any point.
For sure. With him averaging 10 points, but almost 6 assists a game, he's responsible for well more than just the 10 points that he's scoring. So you can look at him and think that, he's not scoring at a high level, he's not a focal point, but then you'll be doing yourself a disservice because he is a major focal point. With a guy like that who can come in, one thing about Brock coming from the Big Ten, we have Isaac Green on staff, who was also in the Big Ten last year. We looked up those stats. I'm pretty sure he had 10 assists and 1 turnover last year against Indiana. So if you look at, again, experience versus what we see on film, we know how valuable he is to this TCU offense. I understand that we have to put pressure, we have to put bodies on him, we have to make him uncomfortable. But it's small things like, hey, when he gets in the paint, he likes to keep that dribble alive. He rarely picks up his dribble. He always try to keep you hostage. And his eyes are always up looking for teammates. So we can force him to finish over high hands at the rim. We'll be doing ourselves a good service, because what we don't want is him to get 10, 12, 14 points, but have 6, 7, 8 assists. If he has 16 points and only 1 or 2 assists, then, that's probably bodes out in our favor over him getting 10 to 12 points but having 8 assists. I mean, he's just completely destroyed our team. So we understand who he is, to try to make him uncomfortable, put pressure on him. And look, he's only 6 feet, 165. Can we put some length, athleticism, some physicality on him and see what he does? But with him being experienced and as good as he is, we understand that his passing ability can really pick a defense apart. So I don't know the complete answer to that. I guess we'll have to wait till after the game to see how it goes.
And when you look at this defense, too, as a unit, and they're, ranking in the top 25 in multiple categories, but what is it about the unit that makes them so difficult to play against? Is it one thing, or is it just a collection of habits that they have?
For sure. I think I kind of think of a quarterback, right? If you let the better quarterbacks in the NFL just sit back and just pick your defense apart, it's very hard. But when you put constant pressure on quarterbacks and make quick decisions over and over, that's when you start to see some turnovers, when you start to see some mistakes. I feel like TCU is almost the exact same. They're not going to sit back and just play sound quality defense, making you drive and kick. No, they're going to put a lot of pressure on you, physicality, trying to go for steals, that you're going to start second-guessing yourself, and then you're going to start wearing yourself down, and now you're not thinking as clearly because of the previous mistake that you made, and that starts to weigh you down over a game. With us, we want to be the aggressor. So we always talk about, lay the first punch. You want to go out, hit them in the first 4 minutes. Let them know that this will be a game, and this won't be something that is just going to be a cakewalk. Now, with their defense, they do have some small things, hard hedge on the sideline. It's a high flat in the middle. Punch is very good when he's in that middle ball screen. He's reaching out, trying to get deflections, trying to get the steal. And a lot of their bigs on those reversals, they'll just run through the pass and try to go pick six and get a wide open dunk. We have to be very careful to throw sharks, as we call it, making sure we're throwing the pass exactly what we want the pass to be. The guard, the bigs receiving the pass, have to step into their defender to get open. And also, we want to make sure that we're just taking care of the ball overall. Ball security is going to be huge in this game. We know they're going to try to come out, pressure us, and really just try to get us 20-plus steals. We cannot fall into that trap. If we'll continue to stick to our game plan, continue to throw strikes, play off 2 feet, ball fake, get the ball in the paint, multiple reversals, I feel like we'll be okay.
Well, Coach, as always, thanks so much for the time, and good luck tonight.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Well, tip-off and starting lineups come your way next. This is the Empire Fence pregame show on the ORU Sports Network.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Welcome back to Schollmeyer Arena, just moments ahead of Oral Roberts and TCU. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. Let's get your starting lineups for both sides. First, for the TCU Horned Frogs, they look like this. It's Jaden Pierre, Brock Harding, Latauris Leilovicius, David Punch, and Xavier Edmonds. The head coach of the TCU Horned Frogs is Jamie Dixon in his 10th season, his 23rd season overall. As a head coach, he's assisted by Tony Benford, Dwayne Broussard, Jamie McNeely, Thomas Montegel, Corey Santee, and Michael Rice. Starting 5 for Oral Roberts looks like this. Ty Harper, Connor Dow, Cal Furnish making his 3rd career start, Ofri Neve, and Yuto Yamaduchi Williams. Corey Barnett, the head coach in his 1st season. He's assisted by Corey Alford, Van Green, Donovan Williams, Will Saxon, Isaac Green, and Steve Upshaw. Huge game for Oral Roberts on tap here tonight as they try and take down a Big 12 opponent on the road. This is their 2nd Big 12 opponent that they have faced this season, of course, opening up the season at Oklahoma State. So another chance to get back at a power conference foe and really try and ruffle some feathers here down in Fort Worth. And again, as we mentioned in the pregame show, this is a TCU team that has struggled at times against lower conference teams. We mentioned the loss against New Orleans to open up the year, and then, of course, the near loss against Incarnate Word on Monday night, a game that, again, if you ask a lot of people, they probably should have lost. They were down 13 in the first half, and they were trailing for the majority of that second half as well. So it's been kind of an odd start to the year in Jamie Dixon's 10th season at the helm for the Horned Frogs, and ORU is trying to make that even more confusing here tonight. Some metric numbers for you. As we mentioned in the open, TCU is number 26 in the country in defensive efficiency, according to Ken Pom. They are 63rd in Ken Pom heading into tonight and 72nd in the net. As for Oral Roberts, they check in at 291 in Ken Pom and 282 in the net. And, of course, much different conferences will regard much different outcomes. But ORU has been close in a lot of games. They're looking for their first road win in 715 days. Of course, a streak that all ORU fans would so desperately like to come to an end, and hopefully can come to an end here tonight. As for TCU, they are 4-3 in this building, and they're currently riding a 2-game win streak. The best home win this year is probably Notre Dame, but other than that, it has been tough sledding for the TCU Horned Frogs. Again, they almost knocked off number 6 Michigan in this building, but the Wolverines were able to prevail. And then, again, if you've watched any college basketball this year, you know they've been destroying everybody that they have played thus far. So it was an impressive performance from TCU, but just not enough. So let's see if ORU can try and make things difficult here tonight. This is Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. So glad you can make us a part of your Thursday night. Last road game of the non-conference schedule for Oral Roberts. They will return home for one more in the non-con on Monday as they take on UT Arlington, which is located about 30 minutes down the road, but they're going to come up to Tulsa. And then after that, it is Christmas break, and then it is conference play time starting on January 1st. So a big-time test here tonight for ORU to try and end the road slate in non-con on a high note. ORU back in the alternate gray uniforms with the Navy lettering and numbering on the front and the back of the jerseys outlined in white. It will go left to right as we see it perched up here in the 200 level at Schollmeyer Arena. As as Yuto Yamaguchi Williams and company break the huddle, and number 27 in gray will do the tip-off honors here tonight. TCU in the home whites with frogs written in purple and script across the chest. They got purple lettering and numbering on the front and the back of the jersey, and they've got the purple trim along the uniforms. A sharp look for TCU on what is a crazy court. If you've never seen TCU's court, it mimics the scales of a horned frog. It's gray. The three-point lines are red, as well as the charge circle, and then the paint is purple, as well as the out-of-bounds painted area. So it is kind of jarring to the eyes, but honestly, it looks pretty cool in person. So it is a cool sight to see. It's Yamaguchi Williams and Punch to tip it off. As I mentioned, ORU going left to right as we see it to begin the ball game, and TCU going right to left. Whistle has been blown, ball's in the air, and we are underway as Yamaguchi Williams wins it back to Dow. And ORU starts out the ball game with the basketballs. Ty Harper will bring it across straight on, picks it up right in between the C and the U of the TCU logo. Now bounces it far left side for Dow. Now back up between the circles for Yamaguchi Williams. Dribbles into the right corner, and it's poked out of bounds. It will stay with ORU off of a dribble handoff. He was looking for Ty Harper. So an inbound play on the near sideline across for the TCU bench for Cal Furnish, as Brock Harding will guard him. He's got the basketball, bounces it into the corner for Harper with 12 to shoot. Harper bounces it to the wing, right back to Harper after the handoff from Neve, 6 to shoot. Harper looking for some sort of space, steps back now into the corner. Neve forced to drive baseline, extra pass, flies out of bounds over the head of Furnish, and an early turnover for Oral Roberts to begin the ball game. The turnovers have been an issue for Oral Roberts. They're averaging 15.2 turnovers per game, rather. They did a much better job on Tuesday. Only turned it over 11 times, only 3 of them in the second half. They begin tonight's ball game with the turnover. As on the other side, it's Pierre. He dribbles left side of the lane, and he dribbles it off the foot of Yamaguchi Williams. It will stay with the Horned Frogs with 18 to shoot. Baseline out of bounds play coming for Brock Harding and company. Harding will inbound. He's got the basketball now. Harding surveys, gets it in quickly to Leilovicius. And now back up top for Pierre. He's swinging around right wing for Punch. Punch back up top. That's Edmonds with the basketball. Dribbles to the left elbow. Hands off for Harding with 6 to shoot left side. Bounces it left block back for Edmonds. Turns to the right hand. Hook shot up. No good. Too strong. Rebound tapped around. Back to Oral Roberts as it trickles out of bounds. So both teams come up empty on their opening possession. And pressure from TCU after the dead ball. Will retreat. It'll be one-on-one with Pierre and Harper. As Harper will bring it across the timeline, right across the TCU logo. Dribbles right to the wing, now back off to Yamaguchi Williams' screen, bounces it to the left elbow, and now onto the block for Neve, who dribbles it back out beyond three-point land left side. Top of the key for Yamaguchi Williams, now hands off for Dow with 7 to shoot, into the right corner. Neve gets his way into the block. Neve back outside, Dow, 3 to shoot. Dow works his way to the free throw line, gets inside, thought he got fouled, but he lost it right into the hands of Xavier Edmonds. Back-to-back turnovers, and here come the Frogs. It's Harding left wing, hands off for Punch. Works his way to the free throw line. Looking for a handoff for Leilovicius, but didn't have him. Now right short corner for Edmonds. Works his way back to the head of the key. Edmonds dribbles right now, looking for a handoff. Now right corner for Punch, who drives his way into the paint on Neve. A couple of pump fakes, throws it up and in off the glass. And the game's first 2 belongs to David Punch. It's 2-0 TCU. 2 minutes gone here in this first half. Harper with it on the other side, far sideline as he brings it across the timeline. Waiting for Yamaguchi Williams, and finally bounces it to him at half court. Now back up top for Furnish. Kind of replaces where Yamaguchi Williams was. Swings it into the far corner for Neve. Neve now head of the key. Dow thought about the 3, puts it on the deck. Gets his way inside right short corner, kicks it back out. Pass intercepted by Yamaguchi Williams. Finds Harper on the back cut wide open, and he lays it in. A beautiful find from Yamaguchi Williams to the first 2 for Ty Harper. Quickly on the other end, Pierre and TCU wanted to push. Right corner for Punch, now head of the key for Brock Harding. 20 to shoot on the timer for the Horned Frogs. Harding left elbow. Lobs his way inside. Pass too tall over Harper, and it rims all the way home for Xavier Edmonds. And it's 4-2 TCU. TCU pushing the pace a little bit. A team that's extremely aggressive on defense. Inside, they force another turnover after the drive from Harper. They bounce it as Leilovicius gets all the way in. Coast-to-coast layup, up and good. 3 turnovers already for ORU. TCU forces about 16 of them, which is one of the best rates in the entire country. And they've got a 4-point lead. Now Furnish with it across the timeline for ORU. Gives it left wing for Harper with 17 to shoot. Harper being harassed by Pierre. Now gets it Furnish near corner. Circles back to the head of the key. Furnish with a couple of crossovers on Harding. Nearly lost it. Kicks it far corner for Dow with 5. Dow up at the wing. Harper with 3. Does he notice? He looks at the clock. Pulls up way beyond the arc. And it's off the back rim. Long rebound into the hands of Dow. Extra pass for Neve. Now Harper will drive inside the lane. Harper fights the contact and lays it in with a left hand. 4 straight for Ty Harper. And it's back to a 2-point game. 6-4 in favor of TCU. Almost 4 minutes gone. Now Harper blitzing the screen on Pierre. Back up top. Straight on 3. Edmonds will let it fly. No good. Rebound tapped around. Punch, and Neve battling for it. Neve had it for a moment. It's tipped out of bounds, and it's back to Oral Roberts with 16:06 left to go in the first half. A trio of Horned Frogs will come in as Jace Posey, number 00, checks in. The double nickel, Tanner Toulson in, as well as Micah Robinson in for the first time. Horned Frogs will take a seat. Edmonds, Lilovicius, and Pierre. The whistle is blown as time is stopped. Now it's ORU basketball as Neve gets it into Harper, trailing by 2, 6-4, as we approach 16 minutes left to go in this first half. Harper dribbles left, hands off for Dow. Now right back to Furnish. A little weave play at the head of the key. Now into the corner. Dow lets a 3 fly over Harding. Left it short. And the rebound ripped down by Micah Robinson. His first minutes. On the other side, it's Harding driving in left block. Now pull it back out. Tries to spin around Furnish. Dumps it underneath short corner for Punch. Working one-on-one with Yamaduchi Williams. He wants to go on the post. Punch backs his way in. Good defense from Yamaduchi Williams, but it doesn't matter. He lays it in right over him. And David Punch back on the scoreboard. He's got 4 early ones and an 8-4 TCU lead as we take under 15 and a half left to play in this first half. Harper crosses over, steps back out of the key. Now bounces it for Yamaduchi Williams. Fake to give back to him. Floater up and good. Nice play from Yuto Yamaduchi Williams. His first point, and it's back to a 2-point game. Quickly on the other side for TCU, it's Toulson left corner. Gives it back up top for Punch, who hands off for Harding. Harding works his way left to the elbow, got caught in the air, throws it off the leg of Yamaduchi Williams out of bounds, and that'll send us to our first timeout of the first half. 15:08 left to go in this first half. ORU hanging around early. It's TCU 8 and Oral Roberts 6. Don't go anywhere. This is Golden Eagle basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today. WAC.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
This is number 5, Connor Down. You're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
Well, Jim Norton Toyota is where T-Town gets Toyota. Why? Jim Norton Toyota always has a huge selection of new Toyotas. Jim Norton Toyota has lifetime warranties on every new Toyota, and you get it all, plus a huge Jim Norton Toyota discount. Come see them at Jim Norton Toyota, 9809 South Memorial, where T-Town gets Toyota. Golden Eagle basketball on the air here on the ORU Sports Network. 15:08 left to play in the first half. TCU with a slight advantage at the first media timeout. 8-6 over the Golden Eagles, but not a bad start from either side. ORU's turned the ball over a handful of times, already 3 of them for them in the early going. But TCU is coughing it up a little bit as well, as there's been a couple of kickballs. They haven't registered as turnovers, but the deflections are some of the stats that don't show up in the box score that are really important. Ty Harper's got 4 points. Yamaduchi Williams with 2 points for ORU. On the other side, David Punch with 4 early ones. He's followed up by Edmonds with 2 points, and Lilovicius also with 2 points. As ORU off to a 3-6 start for the field 0 of 2 from downtown. TCU 4 of 6 from the field and 0 of 1 from downtown. Nobody has gone to the stripe just yet. It'll be TCU ball out of the timeout after the kickball from Yamanuchi Williams. He's joined by Opry Neve, Martins Killips, and Jack Turner giving the first minutes, as well as Ty Harper. On the other side, it is Posey, Pierre, Robinson, Toulson, and Edmonds. To inbound, it's Pierre on the baseline, lobs it left side for Edmonds. Hands it right back off to him at the wing. They find Toulson coming off of the screen left corner, rips his way through, kicks it out straight on three. Good. Off the hand of Jaden Pierre. First three ball of the game for either side, and it's 11-6 TCU in front. Jack Turner will bring it across for the Golden Eagles. As he works one-on-one with Jaden Pierre, gets it across the timeline and half-court hands off for Ty Harper, who goes right around a Yamanuchi Williams screen, gets blitzed far away from the basket. Now gives it up for Udo. Udo to the free throw line, and he walked with it. He wanted Killips on the back cut, but he didn't have him. It took one too many steps as he was trying to get rid of it for Harper, and it's back to TCU. Fourth turnover already for Oral Roberts, something they have to clean up here in the early stretches of this one. Pierre will bring it across the timeline straight up against Turner. Bounces it left elbow for Toulson. Now back up top, head of the key for Edmonds. Edmonds a handoff. Pierre working left to right, now back to the left. Gets his way to the paint, onto the block, layup up, no good. Left it short, got his own rebound, puts it back up and in on the right side. Largest lead of the ball game for TCU as they put on pressure, 13-6, as Harper breaks it. Gets it across the timeline and gets into the right corner. Back up to the wing. Head of the key for Yamanuchi Williams. They swing it for Killips. Now back up top. Yamanuchi Williams surveys, looking for Turner. Has him on the handoff. Turner works his way left. Gives it up for Neve. Deep left wing. Now with 14 to shoot. Neve skip pass on a flare screen. Turner lets a three fly right side. In and out. Rebound. Tapped out of the arms of Neve. And here comes Toulson and the Frogs. Toulson works his way left short corner onto the block now. Fake the pass outside. Now finally gives it up for Edmonds. Pierre swings it left to right onto the wing. That's Robinson, works his way to the paint, and a foul's going to be called on Killips right before he dragged the pivot foot. So Martins Killips picks up his first personal foul. That is the first team foul. First foul of any kind for either side. 13-6 TCU, 13:37 left to go in the first half. A baseline out of bounds play for Jaden Pierre and the Horned Frogs. Pierre's got the basketball and gets it left short corner for Robinson, who goes to work. Works his way with the right-handed dribble into the paint, dumps it off for Edmonds, but he missed the layup short, and the rebound on the deck for Turner. He's got it for ORU and will slow things down. That gives it up for Neve, who brings it across half court. Neve drives inside with the right hand, spins around to the block a few times, gets double-teamed, and it's taken away. Robinson leads the break, kicks it up at Pierre all alone for the two-handed dunk. Makes it 15-6 TCU. Turnovers continue to plague ORU. Now on the other side, Harper missed the point-blank range layup. Here come the Frogs on the other end. Pierre trying to break this thing open early. Toulson right wing. Toulson with a hop step into the paint. Kicks it back out. Pierre thought about the straight on three. Will work one-on-one with Neve. Gets a screen to the right now. Now he'll pull from three. It's up too strong. Rebound tapped around, and Harper's got it with one hand. Bring it across near sideline for ORU. He's at the right wing. Harper rejects the screen, and he gets bumped on the way in by Toulson, I believe, who's shaken up a little bit after the play. And it is his first foul, team's first. There's a couple of new subs for ORU. Cal Furnish and Connor Dow back in for Opry Neve and Ty Harper. And David Punch back in for TCU as he takes the spot of Micah Robinson. Baseline out of bounds for Jack Turner, just off to the left of his own basket. He's got the basketball now, lobs it towards half court for Furnish. Furnish now works his way left off of the screen from Dow, gets it off of a flare screen. Dow steps back, didn't have anything, now gives it top of the key for Turner, who directs traffic. Hands off left wing for Furnish with 12 to shoot. Gets a screen to the right from Barron Smith. Now a pocket pass to Barron. Barron on the block, throws up a wild shot, no good. And the rebound ripped out for the moment by Posey. He finally growls it before it goes out of bounds. Gives it up for Pierre, who brings it across. Works his way left on the block. Had it poked away for a moment. Now he gets tied up with Turner and Furnish. Nicely done by those two. And it is a jump ball. Pesnechenero favors TCU, so it'll stay with the Frogs. Back in for TCU is Liutauras Lilovičius, junior from Lithuania. Pierre's got the basketball on the timeline, or excuse me, on the baseline. And he gives it up inside. Punch beats his man to the finish. And he's able to lay it in with the right hand. 17-6 TCU out running. Furnish with it on the other side for Oral Roberts. Barron Smith Dribbles left at the wing, picked up. Mr. Roy's gotten over to go with it. Now he bounces it into the far corner for Turner. Right back to Smith, who rolls to the bucket, gets double teamed. Smith looking for some sort of help. Now finally bounces it outside for Furnish. He'll pull up from 15, and he's got it. Much needed bucket for Oral Roberts. That ends a 9-0 TCU run, and it's 17-8. Next whistle will send us to a timeout as Pierre's got it on the right wing far side. Ahead of the key. Punch dribbles right to left. Picks it up at the left elbow. Punch still looking for help. Now head of the key for Pierre. 15 to shoot for the Horned Frogs. Pierre works his way left. Now crosses over back right to the elbow. Getting harassed by Furnish. Now right corner for Lilovicius. Works his way to the Big 12 logo. Now kicks it back out right side for Pierre. They work it to the block. Punch with 3 to go. Punch on the right block. He'll fade away over Smith. Jumper up and good. David Punch getting active early is 4 of 4 from the field for 8 points. It's 19-8 TCU with just over 11 minutes left to go in the first half. Down with the deep right wing. Down with a jab step, works his way ahead of the key. Wants Smith, now gives it up. Killips now underneath. Pass too far out of the reach of Barrett Smith. Another turnover, and that'll send us to another timeout. 5 turnovers already for Oral Roberts. They need to take care of the ball at a higher rate. They trail 19-8 with 11 flat left to go in the first half. Don't go anywhere. This is Golden Eagle basketball right here on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969. The Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Adventure, comfort, safety. The Acura MDX has it all. Perfect for family trips or weekend getaways. The Acura MDX keeps you connected, comfortable, and confident on every road. Drive one today at Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, where luxury meets peace of mind. The MDX, your journey elevated.
What's going on? This is Luke Gray. You're listening to ORU basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Turnovers have been an early issue for Oral Roberts. They have 5 of them already as they trail 19-8 against TCU. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. 11 minutes flat left to go in this first half. Looking to score big on your next event? Check out Marriott Tulsa Southern Hills, now partnering with Ruffin Event Center next door. With 100,000 square feet of event space combined, it's a strong play for gatherings of any size. Visit our website or call 918-493-7000 to book your stay or event today. Marriott Tulsa Southern Hills and Ruffin Event Center, where every stay feels like a championship win. ORU 4 of 10 as a team from the field, 0 of 3 from downtown. TCU 9 of 14 and 1 of 3 from downtown. Nobody has shot any free throws just yet. Turnovers, 5 of them for the Golden Eagles, none for the Horned Frogs. Points off of those turnovers, TCU with 6 of them. ORU, of course, with none. Rebounding battle, the Horned Frogs winning that one 6-5, 5-4 defensively, tied at 1. 5-4 defensively, tied at 1 offensively. Second chance points, 2 for either side. Points in the paint, TCU with 14 of their 19 inside of that painted area. So that'll be an adjustment that ORU has to make. Golden Eagles with all 8 points inside of the painted area. So they've had success down there. It's just a matter of time before they get the 3-point shot rolling. And this is a team that can shoot it fairly well from beyond the arc, 34.5% from downtown. And, well, we've seen them explode at times from beyond the 3-point line, but they got to clean it up offensively against one of the best defensive units in the entire country. TCU basketball out of the timeout as Lilovicius rolls it in for Brock Harding, who picks it up at the U in the TCU logo and brings it across straight on before bouncing it right side for Robinson at the elbow. Robinson now bounces it head of the key for Pierre. Goes left, works his way inside on a bounce pass for Punch. Gets double teamed immediately, tied up with Turner, and he gets called for a foul. So Jack Turner picks up his first personal, team second foul. Baseline out of bounds play for TCU as Brock Harding will do the honors. He's got it right now and he lobs it for Punch, nearly too tall for him, but Punch leans back to grab it with one hand. Hands it right back off for Harding. Now straight on three on the way. Missed it badly was Lulovich's. And here comes Jack Turner and company up the near sideline. Turner gives it for Killips, now hands off for Harper deep left wing. Harper getting around a ball screen, rejects it. Gets to the head of the key, now Dow with it. Dow goes back to the head of the key, now outside for Killips. Thought about it for a moment, gives it up for Dow. Now Barron Smith right back to Dow, gets downhill, right-handed layup up, and hangs on the rim forever, and it finally drops for Connor Dow. He's on the scoreboard for the first time. Good offense there from the Golden Eagles. As Connor Dow gets a friendly bounce. No stranger to this gym. He was a frequent visitor with the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Punch on the other side for TCU with the basketball at the free throw line. Bounces down the backdoor cut. Robinson gets caught underneath the basket. Forced to kick it back out. Punch will try a right wing three. Left it short. Rebound back tap by Smith and scooped up by Harper. They've got numbers if they hurry. Ty Harper sprinting across the half court line. Gives it up for Dow. Thought about the catch and shoot three. Now he'll step back for three. Left it short. Offensive rebound though for Killips, and will bounce it back outside for Turner. Turner at the wing. Two-man game with Killips. Extra pass inside for Smith. Knocked out of bounds by Lulovich's. And Yamanuchi Williams will check back in for Barron Smith. A little bit of a homecoming for Barron. Grew up in Fulton City, Texas, which is just over 5 miles from where we are right now. So good to see him getting some early minutes. He's got some family and friends in the stands here tonight. Jack Turner to inbound it on the baseline. Turner gets it to the left wing for Killips, who hands it right back to Turner, who curls around. Now Harper with a deep right wing with 9 to shoot. Harper working one-on-one with Lulovich's. Skip pass. Turner, three ball right side, rims in and out. And the rebound knocked around, and Punch has got it for the Horned Frogs. He brings it across near sideline. Punch wants to work inside, and Yamanuchi Williams gets right around him and scores with the right hand. That makes it 21-10, TCU in front. As Jack Turner works on Brock Harding to bring it across. Turner out the wing for Dow. Now surveys, picked up his dribble far from the basket. Him and Killips not on the same page. Another turnover. Here comes Robinson, dumps it off. Harding faked the three, steps inside the arc. Extra pass wide open. Lulovich's lays it in. Really nice find from Brock Harding. That's what he does best. And it's a 13-point TCU lead. Harper on the other side for the Golden Eagles. Drives left baseline, steps back for a 15-footer off the front rim and bounces out. And a rebound to Robinson. Here comes TCU. Harding up the far sideline. One-on-one on the right side with Turner. Now waits for Robinson on a handoff. Robinson works his way to the short corner against Killips. Picked up his dribble. Long pass outside left wing for Brock Harding. 17 to shoot for the Horned Frogs. Harding still at that wing. Spins around a couple of times to the elbow. Now kicks it out for Toulson. Toulson head of the key. Spins back around to the right hand. Now into the corner for Robinson right side. 5 to shoot. Robinson nearly lost it on the block. He'll step through, throw up a wild shot, and a late foul call. Foul's going to go on Martin's Killips, and that was a late call. We'll send Micah Robinson to the free throw line for the game's first free throws. 13th foul for ORU. Robinson, a 70% free throw shooter this season. He's come off the bench in all 10 games. 13-3 against Incarnate Word, and he knocks down the first free throw. Caden Edwards checks in for TCU for the first time. Xavier Edmonds back into the ball game as Lulovich's and Punch go to the bench. Jack Turner subs back out. Ofri Neve and Cal Furnish in as Connor Dow also takes a seat for ORU. One dribble for Robinson. Second free throw up and good. 25-10 TCU, up 15 early. Just over 8 minutes left to play here in this first half. ORU just 5 of 14 from the field, but they've already matched their first half total in field goals from Missouri State a couple of nights ago. Harper towards half court, over to Neve. Now back over to Harper, thought about the screen on three. Now he'll dribble inside the arc, kicks it out for Furnish. Furnish will drive inside the paint, kicks it out. Yamanuchi Williams, right wing three, got it! Yuto Yamanuchi Williams, a much needed bucket for Oral Roberts. Their first three ball goes down, and it's back to a 12-point game, 25-13. Robinson with it on the other side, works away to the right elbow. Now head of the key for Edmonds, looking for a handoff. It's poked away for a moment before Edwards is able to scoop it back up. He picks up his dribble top of the key. Now left wing Harding got space for a moment, but didn't elect to take the shot. Gives it up. Robinson head of the key with 7. Kicks it back up for Harding. He lost the ball. Here comes Furnish on the break. Gives it up for Harper, who's ahead of the pack, and he'll throw it down with authority. The cock back and the throwdown, full tomahawk for Ty Harper. And it's back to a 10-point game. Native of Norcross, Georgia, showing off the athleticism there. TCU on the other side. Edwards, floater on the left baseline, no good. Long rebound goes right back to Edwards. They swing it around. Harding, left wing three. Too strong. Rebound battled for, and a foul underneath. It's going to go on Xavier Edmonds. His first personal, and good momentum for Oral Roberts heading into the under 8 timeout. They trailed by 15. It's now 10 after a three from Yamanuchi Williams. And a full authority jam from Ty Harper. We'll step aside. 7:02 left to go in the first half. 25-15 TCU in front. Don't go anywhere. This is Golden Eagle basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Jaguar Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Adventure, comfort, safety. The Acura MDX has it all. Perfect for family trips or weekend getaways. The Acura MDX keeps you connected, comfortable, and confident on every road. Drive one today at Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, where luxury meets peace of mind. The MDX, your journey elevated.
This is number 20, Lane Sparks, and you're listening to Golden Eagle basketball on ORU Sports Network.
The newly renovated Embassy Suites Hotel is an official partner of ORU Athletics. The All Suites Hilton property features made-to-order breakfast and a nightly reception for our guests. All new just for you, our full-service hotel will take care of ORU fans like no one else. Give them a call at 918-622-4000. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. 7:02 left to go in the first half from TCU. Horned Frogs up 25-15 on top of Oral Roberts. And a lot of ORU fans here in the crowd, a large contingent here in the DFW area, a lot of donors of the program as well. So good to see a lot of navy blue in the building. And, of course, the father of Layman McGrady, Tracy McGrady, in the building here tonight. NBA Hall of Famer, 7-time All-Star, sitting right behind the bench. So good to see T-Mac out and supporting the boys as they go into the timeout with a 5-0 run. Yamanuchi Williams 3 and then a full tomahawk slam from Ty Harper, one of the more athletic plays we've seen out of him this season. We know he's got that athleticism. Heard a couple of oohs and ahs from the crowd as he threw that one down in transition. So ORU's got the basketball out of the timeout after the foul on Xavier Edmonds. Let's see if they can keep this momentum rolling here in the later stages of the first half. Big thanks to all of you for making us a part of your Thursday evening festivities. Final road game of the non-con for Oral Roberts. We'll head home on Monday to take on UT Arlington to wrap up non-conference play. And then they're back on the road against North Dakota and North Dakota State on January 1st and January 3rd. So they ring in the new year with conference play. Wilfred Debate checks in, and he bounces it in for Ty Harper as they work against the full-court press. And now it's Furnish working one-on-one across the timeline with Harding. Debate feeds it for Gray, head of the key. Gray surveying back outside for Debate, deep left wing. Now finds Furnish right wing with 14. Furnish looking for Harper into the corner. Harper will let the three fly off the front of the rim, and the rebound scooped up by Robinson and TCU. Quickly gives it up for Harding, who's on the run far sideline. Harding for Toulson right corner. Drives inside of the baseline, and he got it swatted by DeVay on the way up. Rebound loose on the deck, and Robinson floats it towards Furnish. He nearly had the pickoff, but it found its way all the way to Edwards, and TCU will reset. Robinson, head of the key. He'll fire straight on three. Good. ORU could have had a couple loose balls in that possession, but it ends up being a Micah Robinson three, and it's back to a 13-point lead. Harper will bring it across for ORU. Near sideline, he's at the right wing. Harper steps back, thought about the three. Now right corner for Gray, who dribbles up towards that wing. Gray looking for some sort of help as he gets harassed by Robinson, finds Furnish in the corner. Now Furnish gets doubled in that corner. Furnish looking for help. Furnish steps through, lost it. Now low look pass underneath for Ofri Neve, who throws it down with two hands. What a fine from Cal Furnish. A little bit fancy on the assist there. On the other side, Edmonds wasting no time, and a blocking foul is called. Layup good. Foul will be on Neve. Well, they're actually going to get Yuto Yamanuchi-Williams, but Neve hit the deck. Team foul number 4 against ORU, a chance to complete the 3-point play, rather. For Xavier Edmonds, junior from Long Beach, California. Started his career with a couple of seasons at Salt Lake Community College, was the number 1 JUCO player in the portal. Handful of dribbles for him. 6'8" junior throws it up, and he misses short. Only a 69% free throw shooter, and you see it there. As Ofri Neve will bring it across for Paul Roberts, working against Toulson. Brings it across towards the left wing, where he hands off for Harper now. Head of the key for Barron Smith, who's back into the ball game. Smith gives it up on the wing for Harper. Dribbles back towards him between the circles. Lost it for a moment. Now Harper gets around a screen from Smith, but they're going to call an offensive foul. Foul on Barrett Smith, the illegal screen. That gives it right back to TCU. Another turnover. Substitutions for the Horned Frogs. David Punch back in, as well as Jaden Pierre. Pierre will inbound it on the near sideline. And bounces it for Harding. Harding brings it over that TCU logo, drenched in purple. Gives it left wing for Pierre, left side. Pierre works away to the free throw line. Lob and a one-handed jam from David Punch. And David Punch punched that one home. A nice pass there from Pierre. And it's back to a 15-point lead, 32-17, under 5 to play here in this first half. Harper across the timeline, dribbles towards the head of the key, now steps back. Clear screen for Neve in the right corner, gets blitzed on the ball screen for Gray. He backs his way in on the break, or on the block rather, and he leaves it up no good, but he got fouled. So Luke Gray will go to the line for 2 shots. Foul is on David Punch. That's his first. 13th foul for TCU. 4:48 left to go in the first half. Gray, an 80% free throw shooter in his sophomore season. Handful of dribbles for the Edmond native. First free throw is too strong. Connor Dow checks back in for ORU. Well, first halves have been a struggle for ORU this season. They've just gotten off to slow starts for whatever reason. Second free throw on the way for Luke Gray. He missed them both, and the rebound in and out of the hands of Punch, run down by Toulson. So Harding brings it up for TCU. Head of the key, hands off for Toulson, right wing. Now back between the circles for Pierre. Dribbles left, gets switched on to Gray. Now into the corner. Harding gives it right back to him. Pierre, head of the key. Gets inside of the elbow. Kicks it left corner for Harding. Not good spacing for TCU. Now Harding drives baseline. No look pass off as a corner. Head of the key now. As that's Robinson, works his way in, gets bumped by Neve. Gets fouled with 2.8 on the shot clock. We're actually going to get Luke Gray on the region. So I'm 0 for 2 trying to identify fouls on Ofri Neve. But from up all the way up here, it looks like it's Neve bumping him. Again, I'm quite far from the court of play here tonight. So Robinson at the free throw line. First one is up and good. Well, David Punch leads all scorers with 12. Robinson's got 6. Pierre's got 7 for TCU. On the other side, it's Harper with 6. Yamanuchi-Williams with 5. And then the trio of Dow, Furnish, and Neve each have 2. Second free throw on the way is good. 34-17 TCU out in front. Xavier Edmonds back in for TCU. And more pressure off the free throw make. As Neve will inbound it to Furnish rather quickly, and everybody retreats. Furnish brings it across the timeline against Brock Harding. Bounces it left side for Barron Smith. Smith hands off for Dow off of an elevator screen. Now Dow feeds it underneath Neve. Fake the pass while in midair. Now finally gives it up for Furnish, and Furnish wanted to give it right back to him, but it's a kick ball by Harding. The sideline out of bounds for ORU as Furnish will inbound it on the near side. Furnish surveys, looking for somebody. Finally finds Dow at half court. And gives it right back to Furnish where he inbounded it. Furnish goes left around a screen, splits a double team, puts a floater up in the lane. Too strong. Furnish battling for his own rebound. Gets tied up, and the jump ball favors ORU as Coach Barnett wants a foul. He's not going to get it. That'll send us to the under 4 immediate timeout. TCU with their largest lead of the ball game on a 6-0 run. 34-17 Horned Frogs in front. Don't go anywhere. This is Golden Eagle basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Jaguar Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Adventure, comfort, safety. The Acura MDX has it all. Perfect for family trips or weekend getaways. The Acura MDX keeps you connected, comfortable, and confident on every road. Drive one today at Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, where luxury meets peace of mind. The MDX, your journey elevated.
This is number 20, Lane Sparks, and you're listening to Golden Eagle basketball on ORU Sports Network.
Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma is the region sports medicine authority and the official orthopedic and sports medicine provider for ORU athletes. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma is focused on providing you with the personalized orthopedic care you deserve for the area's best teams and the athlete in all of us. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma is the region sports medicine authority. Largest lead for TCU here in the first half. They lead at 34-17 over Oral Roberts. 3:52 left to go in the first half. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. And it's been a half of ORU's not necessarily shooting the ball poorly. 8 of 19. 14 of the team's 17 points have come in the paint, which is a number that you probably didn't think would happen. But it's been a lot in that purple painted area. As for TCU, up to a 14 of 24 start. 58% for the field. They're 2 of 7 from downtown. ORU just 1 of 7 from downtown. And TCU is 4 of 5 from the stripe. ORU is 0 of 2. Turnovers have been a huge story here tonight. ORU's got 7 of them already. And TCU's just 1. Points off to those turnovers. It's 10 for the Horned Frogs, 2 for the Golden Eagles. Horned Frogs winning the rebounding battle 12-10. 9-7 on the defensive glass. It's tied at 3 on the offensive glass. Second chance points favor TCU. 5-2. Points in the paint. 22-14 in favor of the Horned Frogs as well. It is Golden Eagle basketball out of the timeout as Furnish got tied up and drew a jump ball. So the possession arrow favors Oral Roberts in a baseline out-of-bounds play just off to the left of their own basket. It'll be Martins Killips to inbound it. He's out there with Neve, Smith, Furnish, and Dow. Killips has got the basketball now. Killips looking, still looking. Killips forced to get it into the corner. Finally does for Furnish. Furnish spins around Harding, kicks it out. Neve straight on 3. Too strong. Offensive rebound corralled by Furnish on the left wing. He'll reset. Furnish trying to get around his defender. Furnish to the free throw line, gives it up head of the key for Dow in between the circles, right back to Furnish with 11. He's at the right wing. Furnish directs traffic, bounces it to the head of the key for Smith, who wants to go to work. Smith gets punched on the right block. Smith got it blocked. Punch is real good at that. Top 30 in the country in blocks. He shows you why right there. Now Lilovicius gives it up for Harding, left corner, dribbles all the way to the free throw line, hands off for Punch, who backs his way into the Big 12 logo. Punch looking for help, kicks it out, left corner 3 on the way. Pierre too strong, and the rebound bounces all the way to Killips. Nearly an offensive rebound, but Killips took it away, and Pierre nearly played the role of the Wolf, hooking it away from Furnish, but he gives it over for Neve, and they get it across half court. Furnish between the circles, 19 to shoot. Calls for a screen for Barron Smith. Furnish nearly stumbled, gave it up for Killips right wing. Killips, he'll fire the 3, and he's got it, rattles it home. Martins Killips is on the scoreboard. Second 3 ball of the game for Oral Roberts, and it's 34-20 with 2:43 left to go. Harding, lob inside for Punch. 4 Golden Eagles were there, but they knocked it right to Pierre. Now back outside for Harding. He dribbles in for an 18-footer, and he's got it. You can't leave Brock Harding that open. I know we talked about his scoring isn't necessarily his lethal threat, but leaving that open, the Iowa transfer will make you pay. It's 36-20. Furnish moves it across far sideline. Dribbles away to the TCU logo, now into the right corner after a couple of passes from Killips. Bounces it underneath. It's taken away on the rotation by Pierre defensively. Pierre across the timeline near side. Gives it right corner. Harding hands it back off for Pierre. Now on the right block for Punch. Punch hesitated. Now one hand whips it across court. And stepping out of bounds is Lilovich's. And that'll give it back to Oral Roberts. Yuto Yamanuchi-Williams checks back in for ORU. As Toulson will check back in for TCU as Xavier Edmonds takes a seat. Jack Turner back in as well for Oral Roberts. Furnish and Smith take a seat. 2 minutes left to play here in the first half. ORU trying to close the half with some positive momentum as Jack Turner brings it across against Harding. Turner over to Harper at midcourt. Harper rejects the screen and he draws the foul on Pierre. That is his first personal, team's fourth. It's been a pretty clean half foul-wise, only 10 combined. As Turner will inbound it right in front of the TCU bench, gets it into half court where Ty Harper resides. Harper between the circles goes left around the screen with 14 to shoot. Harper trying to create, pulls up from 15, cashes it in. Ty Harper with a nice pull-up jumper, and it's 36-22. Harper's got 8 points here in the first half. On the other side, Punch spins his way around Harper. Floater up, no good. Offensive rebound, Lilovich's throws it up and in. Another offensive rebound there for TCU, and second chance points continue to grow as they've got 7 of them now. Harper, with 1:20 left to go, gives it up for Killips right wing. Killips now head of the key for Turner. They swing it around for Dow. Bounces it underneath Yamanuchi-Williams. Reverse layup up, no good. Rebound batted around by Killips. Nearly had it, but Lilovich's corrals it for TCU. Here comes Harding on the run. Harding working against Yamanuchi-Williams, pulls it back out, switches on to Dow. Now works his way to the free throw line, kicks it out. Right wing 3, Pierre on the way, too strong. Bounces it into the corner. Pierre able to run it down, throws it to the block for Punch, and now they swing it around Toulson. Extra pass left side for Harding with 15. Now back up top. Harding and Toulson play catch. Now Harding left wing, switched on to Yamanuchi-Williams. A near steal for Harper. Deflections everywhere. Pierre corrals the loose ball, throws it up inside, and a lob too far for Punch. Now up ahead, Harper off the outlet pass. Leans in to fight the contact, missed the layup, got his own miss, throws it back up, no good. Toulson had it poked away, and now Harper's got it in the corner. Harper will drive baseline, and he gets fouled. A chaotic sequence there. Ty Harper all hustle. And he draws the foul on the Horned Frogs. And the foul will go on Pierre. That's his second in a matter of moments. And a timeout taken. It'll be a timeout taken by Coach Barnett and company with 27.4, 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here. 20 seconds on the shot clock, a 7.4-second difference between the two clocks. And let's see what ORU can try and draw up here and take some positive momentum into the locker room potentially. ORU has doubled their field goal makes in the first half tonight from Tuesday night. They only made 5 on 21 attempts against Mo State. Much better efficiency here tonight, 38%. Still not ideal of what you want. They've only scored 22 points here in this first half, and the turnovers have been a big part of that. ORU's got 8 of them, TCU with 3 of them here in this first half. Individual leaders, Ty Harper with 8 points on 4 of 10 shooting. On the other side, it's Punch with 12. He has 6 of 8 from the field. We mentioned Punch's efficiency in the pregame, 56%. And again, most of his attempts around the rim. And he's showing you why. ORU basketball out of the timeout. Ty Harper to inbound on the baseline. Ty Harper looking, lobs it into the corner for Yamanuchi-Williams. Ill-advised pass, and it's taken away. Here comes Toulson and TCU. They can hold for the final shot. Nearly taken back by Harper, and they're going to call it over and back. Harper with the defensive pressure. And Jamie Dixon does not like the call. They're going to say Harper deflected it in the front court, and then Toulson forced his way into the backcourt. So ORU gets it back with 19.9 seconds left in the first half. Let's try this again. Jack Turner to inbound on the far sideline. Turner in for Harper at midcourt. Harper hands off for down. The TCU logo. They weave for Turner. Now right back to Harper with 14 head of the key. Harper goes behind the back. Harper switching on the punch. Harper steps back. 3-ball straight on. Got it! Ty Harper, big time shot. Timeout TCU with 5.3. That is a full athleticism from Ty Harper right there. He's got 11 points. His first 3-ball goes down on his third attempt. 30-second timeout taken by Jamie Dixon and company as they try for the final shot with 5.3 on the timer. That was dangerous right there. Harper with only 2 first-half points on Tuesday. He's got 11 of them here in the first half to lead all Golden Eagles. He's just shy of the game lead from David Punch. He's got 12 of them. And let's see what TCU draws up. You'd imagine they're going to go back to Punch on the inside, and worst-case scenario, they get free throws out of it. We'll see if ORU can fend off the final attack here the half from TCU. They'll go the length of the floor. Toulson will inbound it. ORU will show slight man-to-man pressure. And they're actually going to switch the inbounders. Toulson will retreat, and Pierre will do the honors. The pressure from ORU. 5.3 to go in the first half. Pierre long inbound for Punch. Fake the handoff right back to him. Punch rather, works his way all the way in. Got Yamaduchi Williams in the air, and he missed the layup at the buzzer. So ORU gets to stop at the end of the first 20 minutes. So the Ty Harper 3 gives them a little bit of momentum heading into the break. It's still TCU by 13. Horned Frogs 38 and the Golden Eagles 25. Don't go anywhere. The Don Thornton Automotive Group halftime report will come your way next. We'll recap the first 20 minutes and get you caught up in the world of college basketball, the top 25 and the Summit League. So stick with us. This is ORU Basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
When it comes to family dinner, Waldo's Chicken makes everyone happy. Kids love the hand-breaded tenders and creamy mac and cheese. Parents love the deal. Every Tuesday, kids eat free with the purchase of an adult entry. Whether you are craving sandwich, wings, or fresh salad, Waldo's has something for everyone. With 3 Tulsa area locations open 7 days a week, plus catering for any event, Waldo's Chicken serves up flavor and smiles. Waldo's, where family favorites are made fresh every day.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
At Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, we don't just sell cars, we stand behind them. That's why we offer a lifetime warranty on every new Acura and select pre-owned vehicles. Drive with confidence, knowing your investment is protected for the long haul. Stop by Grubbs Acura of Tulsa today. Luxury you can trust, backed for life.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
This is number 5, Connor Down. You're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969. The Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Back here in Fort Worth, TCU and Oral Roberts at the break. It is the Horned Frogs 38 and the Golden Eagles 25. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. This is the Don Thornton Automotive Group halftime report, coming at you live from Texas. Well, it was a strong finish to the first half for Oral Roberts as Ty Harper hits a 3 with 5 seconds left, and then they get a stop right at the horn as TCU gave it into David Punch, as we thought, but he missed the layup from pretty much point-blank range at the end of the half. Let's get you team numbers here. ORU shooting at 41% from the field, 30% from 3. They're 0 of 2 from the stripe. TCU 53% from the field, 22% from downtown, and 4 of 5 from the stripe. Turnovers, ORU 9, TCU 4. Points off turnovers, TCU with 10, ORU with 7. Total rebounding battle being won by the Horned Frogs 17-14, 11-8 defensively. It's even at 6 on the offensive boards. Second chance points, the Horned Frogs with 7, ORU with 2. Bench points, TCU with 9, ORU with 3. Points in the paint, 24 for the Horned Frogs, 14 for the Golden Eagles. Fast break points, TCU with 6 to ORU's 2. 2 blocks for TCU, both belonging to Punch, and 1 for ORU belonging to Opry Neve. Steals, ORU's got 5, ORU's got 2 rather. TCU's got 5 and assists. TCU with 9 of them, and ORU with 7 of them. Individual leaders, Ty Harper with 11 points for Oral Roberts. He's followed up by Yamaduchi Williams with 5. On the other side, it's David Punch with 12 points, and a pair of Horned Frogs with 7. Right behind him, it's Micah Robinson and Jaden Pierre. As ORU within 13 at the break. They've been down by as many as 17. There's been chances for TCU to really try and pull away in this ball game, but ORU really hasn't led them. ORU has not led here in the game. It's been tied for just a matter of minutes, a little over 2 minutes. TCU's had the lead for 17 minutes and 49 seconds of that first half. So that is the stat totals here for you at the break here on the Don Thornton Automotive Group halftime report. TCU Federal Credit Union is proud to be the exclusive credit union partner of Oral Roberts University. Founded by teachers in 1934, TCU serves more than 150,000 members with 21 branch locations. If you don't have the ORU School Pride Visa debit card, get one today and support the Golden Eagles. Visit ttcu.com/ORU for more details. Well, big thanks to all of you for joining us here on Thursday night as we approach closer to Christmas and as we get deeper into the winter. The better the college basketball slate gets, as we'll get you caught up with scores from around the country. Only one top 25 team in action, and it's Georgia, winning 102 to 75 over Western Carolina. 3:40 left to go in that ball game, so pretty bare slate in the top 25 as we take a look around the Summit League. A couple of games in action. ORU, one of 3 Summit teams going on here tonight. North Dakota trailing Winthrop at the half, 38-45 up in Grand Forks. Kansas City in the state of Oklahoma keeping it close with the Oklahoma State Cowboys, 48-44 at the break there. And, of course, it's a 38-25 TCU lead here from Schulmeyer Arena in Fort Worth, Texas. So, again, a pretty bare slate going on here tonight in the world of college basketball. But come Saturday, it'll be a loaded weekend once again. Let's get you a little bit of a preview for the top 25. Michigan State in action, St. John's in action, Louisville in action. You got the CBS Sports Classic, number 12, North Carolina against Ohio State is one of those games. And then the other one in that challenges number 22 St. John's and Kentucky. Maryland faces off against number 23 Virginia. Number 21 Auburn visits number 6 Purdue in Indianapolis. And number 3 Duke visits Texas Tech. Actually, that's a neutral site game in Madison Square Garden. So a lot of good games coming up on Saturday. But for now, pretty bare slate here on Thursday night. So that'll do it for us here on the Don Thornton Automotive Group halftime report. On the other side, we'll have the second 20 minutes of action. It's TCU 38 and Oral Roberts 25. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Golden Eagle basketball right here on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
When it comes to family dinner, Waldorf Chicken makes everyone happy. Kids love the hand-breaded tenders and creamy mac and cheese. Parents love the deal. Every Tuesday, kids eat free with the purchase of an adult entry. Whether you are craving sandwich, wings, or fresh salad, Waldorf has something for everyone. With 3 Tulsa area locations open 7 days a week, plus catering for any event, Waldorf Chicken serves up flavor and smiles. Waldorf, where family favorites are made fresh every day.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
At Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, we don't just sell cars, we stand behind them. That's why we offer a lifetime warranty on every new Acura and select pre-owned vehicles. Drive with confidence, knowing your investment is protected for the long haul. Stop by Grubbs Acura of Tulsa today. Luxury you can trust, backed for life.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
This number 5, Connor Down. You're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at DonThorntonAuto.com. Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at DonThorntonAuto.com.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Adventure, comfort, safety. The Acura MDX has it all. Perfect for family trips or weekend getaways. The Acura MDX keeps you connected, comfortable, and confident on every road. Drive one today at Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, where luxury meets peace of mind. The MDX, your journey elevated.
What's going on? This is Luke Gray. You're listening to ORU Basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Halftime wrapping up here from Schollmeyer Arena here in Fort Worth, Texas. Connor Corker with you on the ORU Sports Network. So glad you can make us part of your Thursday night. It's a TCU lead at the break, 38-25 on top of Oral Roberts, but a good end to that second half from ORU as Ty Harper hits a step-back 3, and then ORU gets the stop. Heading into the locker room, let's see if they can turn up the heat here on the Horned Frogs on the road. Again, this is a TCU team that has struggled with some opponents, especially in this building. They lost to New Orleans in the home opener this season, and then they nearly lost to Incarnate Word on Monday night, a game that they maybe probably should have lost. They were trailing for most of that ball game. So ORU trying to use that to their advantage, and of course the experiences of head coach Corey Barnett. He's coached in this building multiple times with West Virginia. Opry Neve has played in this building multiple times, as well as Connor Dow. So there's a lot of familiarity with the environment. It's not too foreign as are other places. So we'll see how this team reacts. You're down 13 in the second half of action, but they need to take care of the ball at a better rate. 8 turnovers in that first half, or rather 9 turnovers in that first half, I beg your pardon, to only TCU's 4. So you got to get better taking care of the ball. They did as the half went on, but again, this TCU defense is number 26 in defensive efficiency in the country. So they are really, really pesky. It's a really, really tough one to figure out. I think ORU did a better job of that, especially in the last 2 segments, but still something that they need to improve on throughout the night. It is Harper, Dow, Furnish, Yamanuchi, Williams, and Neve back out on the floor. Team starting 5 for Oral Roberts, and for the Horned Frogs, team starting 5 for them. Jaden Pierre, Brock Harding, Latauris Lilovicius, David Punch, and Xavier Edmonds. And it is TCU basketball to start off the second half. TCU will go left to right as we see it here in half number 2. ORU going right to left in half number 2 as Harding gets the bounce pass in for Pierre, and we're up and running here in the second 20 minutes. Edmonds head of the key, looking for Pierre. He's got him deep left wing towards half court. Now Lilovicius works his way inside the air pass, tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with TCU, but active hands there from Ty Harper and Opry Neve on that pass. Sideline out of bounds play. Near sideline with 17 on the timer. Jaden Pierre, the senior from Elizabeth, New Jersey, gets it into Brock Harding, who goes right, drives inside of the block, dumps it off. Edmonds going to work on Yamanuchi Williams. Extra step, reverse layup up, no good. And the rebound tap from Dow all the way to Yamanuchi Williams, who leads the break near sideline. He slows it down and hands it off for Harper. Harper will back it outside to reset the offense with 20 on the shot clock. Harper waiting for something to develop. Now drives to the left elbow, hands off for Furnish. Furnish right back into the corner left side for Harper. Bounces it for Yamanuchi Williams, short corner left side. Yamanuchi Williams with 7. It's a late double team. Skip pass, and it's off the head of Opry Neve. And here come the Horned Frogs. Early turnover in the second half. Here all the way to the other side, and he scores. 40-25 TCU, and the 10th turnover of the ball game for ORU. Furnish towards half court, the left corner for Yamanuchi Williams. Bounces it one time, now feeds it between the circles for Harper with 15 on the timer. Harper methodically waits at the right wing. Harper now drives, step back 18-footer, right corner, left it short, and the rebound ripped down by Punch. Here come the Frogs. Harding up the near sideline across half court. Works his way to the head of the key, spins back to the left elbow, now spins back to the free throw line, works his way to the block. Harding, and he gets fouled by Furnish. Furnish was looking for the steal, and Harding was looking for somewhere to dish it. And they're going to say that Furnish got too much of the arm there. Baseline out of bounds for Brock Harding and the Frogs. Harding looking, gets it to Lilovicius. Head of the key. He's swinging around for Harding, who appears at the right wing. Works his way to the free throw line. All alone down Main Street. Nobody home, and he lays it in. Defensive breakdown there from Oral Roberts. It's back to a 17-point lead, 42-25, with just over 18 left to play. Ty Harper deep right wing. Nearly picked up his dribble. Now he does. Extra pass, and it's picked off. Here comes Xavier Edmonds. Zero step in the lane around Harper. Lays it in. 2 early turnovers in the opening 2 minutes for ORU. It's 44-25, largest lead of the ball game for TCU. Ball security has continued to be a glaring issue as Harper gets inside the arc. Skip pass left corner, now bounces underneath. Another turnover. Edmonds picks up the entry pass. Here comes Harding leading the break. Harding backs his way out, backdoor cut here, didn't catch it cleanly, gets tied up with Lilovicius, now finally gets it back. Punch swings it around, left wing for Harding. Goes baseline, they swing it around yet again. Nice ball movement from the Frogs. Punch off the rotation, gets inside, lays it up, no good, but they'll go to the line for 2. Second team foul for ORU. That is Connor Dow's first personal. Punch to the line for 2. He's a 70% free throw shooter. His first free throw attempt coming right now. First one on the way, it's good. Largest lead of the game right now for TCU is at 20. 45-25. It has been a less than ideal start for ORU in the second half. A 6-0 run, making 7 after the free throw. TCU's made their first 3 shots out of the break. Second free throw for Punch on the way after a few dribbles. Rattles in and out. Rebound Barrett Smith, who just checked in. And Ty Harper will bring it across for Oral Roberts. Harper bounces it left elbow for Neve. Now finds Harper on the backdoor cut. Gets bumped by Lilovicius. That is his first personal. Team's first of the half. With 17:05 left to play. Cal Furnish will inbound it off to the left of his own basket on the baseline. Lobs it ahead of the key for Harper, who retrieves it with one hand. Harper goes left around a screen, gets Bliss wide open underneath. Neve is there for the two-handed slam. Nice vision from Ty Harper after getting blitzed off the ball screen, and nobody home to stop number 9 in gray. There's Harding on the other side, dumps it off underneath. Punch nearly lost it, gets double teamed on the right block. Punch gets fouled on the pass out. It's going to go on Barrett Smith. It's his second personal, team's third. So another baseline out of bounds for Brock Harding and the Horned Frogs. Harding bounces it underneath. Punch throws it down over Smith. He was all alone underneath the basket, and Smith was a little bit late getting over. Back to a 20-point lead, 47-27, with just over 16 and a half left to go in the ball game. Harper deep left wing. Harper bounces it left side for Dow. Dow back up top for Furnish with 11 in between the circles. Furnish dribbles left, trying to get around Toulson with 7. Furnish still trying to shake number 55. Gives it up for Neve with 3 seconds. Neve runner on the right side, nearly threw it over the backboard. And the rebound's corralled by Micah Robinson for TCU, and then he throws it away off the hand of Punch. They give it right back as Jace Posey will check in for Lilovicius on TCU's side of things. 16:06 left to go in the game. Jack Turner will also check in as Cal Furnish will check out. Turner bounces it to the backcourt for Harper, who will bring it across straight on. Harper goes right. It's a screen out to the left. Harper back to the right wing. Neve swings it right corner. Turner dribbles his way back up. Harper between the circles with 15. Harper, he'll step back. Highly contested 3. Wanted a foul. He airballed it out of bounds. That air ball will send us to the under 16 media timeout. TCU with their largest lead of the ball game at 20. It's 47-27 over Oral Roberts. Don't go anywhere. This is Golden Eagle basketball right here on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
This is number 5, Connor Down. You're listening to Golden Eagle basketball on ORU Sports Network.
In Tulsa, when you think Chevy, you automatically think Jim Norton Chevy in Broken Arrow, because Jim Norton Chevy offers lifetime warranties on every new Chevy. Jim Norton Chevy gives you 100% transparency and 100% full disclosure 100% of the time. Visit JimNortonChevy.com or come see him. Exit 145 off of the BA. Largest lead for TCU here tonight is 20 points, and they have it right now, 47-27 over Oral Roberts. 15:46 left to go in the ball game here from Fort Worth at Schulmeyer Arena. Thanks so much for joining us here on this Thursday night as we inch closer and closer to the end of non-conference play. Final road game of the non-con for Oral Roberts goes back home on Monday to take on UT Arlington, another really big game in the Baby Center. And really big game on this schedule. ORU's non-conference strength of schedule is up there. It is top 100 in the country. According to KenPom, it is 71st. So really, really high-quality competition for the Golden Eagles. And, of course, that'll serve them well as they move into conference play especially. But it's been tough sledding at times. And, again, that's just because of the level of competition they've had to face. So it is TCU basketball out of the timeout after the Ty Harper air ball. Xavier Edmonds checks back in for TCU. Scene 5 out there for Oral Roberts as Pierre will bring it across. Bounced it left for Posey, who gives it right back to Pierre, top of the key. Now gives it off of a flare screen, and the 3 ball from Toulson left it short from the wing, but the offensive rebound for Xavier Edmonds will bring it back out. Hands off for Robinson at the wing. They swing it left to right, now into the corner. Pierre off a jab step, works his way to the elbow with 9. Backs his way back out, now dumps it underneath. Edmonds wanting to go to work on the right block against Barron Smith and gets fouled, throws up a wild shot, and he missed it. We'll see if this is on the floor, if it's a shooting foul. That's his 3rd personal. Team foul number 4. And they will say it is shooting. So Xavier Edmonds, the free throw line, a 69% free throw shooter. He's 0 of 1 tonight from the stripe. He's got 6 points and 2 rebounds. First free throw rattles in, out, and back in again to make it a 21-point game. Yamaguchi Williams checks back in for Smith. These are those 3 fouls. One more for Edmonds, a junior from Long Beach. Second one on the way is good. A little bit of pressure from the Horned Frogs, but Neve gets it over to Turner, and then Harper will bring it across straight on against Posey. We approach 15 minutes left in the game. Harper goes deep right wing, bounces it head of the key for Neve. Now they swing it left wing for Connor Dow, who's been quiet here tonight, just 2 points. Neve, couple ball fakes, drives inside with the right hand. Layup up and good. Nifty move there from Ofri Neve off the glass, and it's 49-29. The other side, Pierre wasting no time, dumps it off Robinson, gets downhill, throws up a wild shot, nowhere close, and it is out of bounds off the TCU. Back to ORU as Martin Skillips will check in for Connor Dow. And Neve up to 6 points after that make. Harper will bring it across straight on for Oral Roberts. Goes left off of a Turner screen. Gets one to the right from Yamanuchi Williams. Back in between the circles. Harper off another screen. Same spot. Bounces it underneath Yamanuchi Williams off the pocket pass. Spins inside, lays it up. No good. But he'll go to the line for 2 shots after he gets fouled. Foul is going to go on Xavier Edmonds. That is his second personal. And the second team foul. So Yamanuchi Williams to the free throw line for the first time tonight. A 69% free throw shooter on the season. One dribble for him, throws it up, and he's got it. Went 8 for 8 at the line against Missouri State. 8 of his 10 points from the stripe in Springfield on Tuesday. 2 dribbles for him, and the native of Japan sinks them both. He's 10 of 10 on the road trip. That percentage is only going to go up 49-31 now. Under 14 and a half left to play here in the ball game. Here brings it across. Angles left, trying to get around Turner. Now works his way to the top of the key. He'll fire that 3, and he's got it. Back to a 21-point game as Pierre sinks the 3. Just the third 3 of the ball game for TCU. Both teams are 3 of 11 from out there. As Harper drives inside, lost it on the way up, and here comes TCU on the break. They have numbers if they hurry. Harper's down behind the play. They swing it over for Robinson, right wing. Lobs it on the backdoor cut for Posey, who leans in. Got it swatted off the glass by Yamanuchi Williams. Here comes Neve now up the near sideline. Neve into the painted area, kicks it out. Turner extra pass, straight on 3. Harper rims in and out, and the rebound grabbed by Robinson. Here come the Horned Frogs. Pierre backs his way into the block, now works his way to the free throw line, looking for a wraparound pass and gives it up. Toulson now outside for Robinson, deep right wing. Robinson handing off for Pierre, works his way to the Big 12 logo on the back cut. Toulson reverse layup, got it blocked, and now a late whistle. And they're going to call a foul, and that was well after the play. Who's it going to go on? That's the question. It'll be on Ofri Neve. It's his first personal. 2 shots now for Toulson. Or you thought they had a turnover. Toulson to the free throw line. He's only 1 for 2 this year. Very limited chances at the line. First free throw is up and good. That'll prompt Cal Furnish and Connor Dow to come back in. (53-31) TCU in front. Toulson squares himself up. The junior from Vancouver, Washington, not Canada. Second free throw rattles home. Substitution back in, Brock Harding for TCU. Lead up to 23. And that is their largest lead. We approach 13 minutes. Yamanuchi Williams, head of the key. Crosses over to the left. Goes left and now gives it back between the circles for Furnish. Furnish circles around a few times. Now picks up his dribble nearly at the T in the TCU. Now left wing with 6 to shoot. Yamanuchi Williams pulls up for 3, left and short. Dow flies in for the rebound, ran into his own man, and him and Furnish are down for the moment, and Yamanuchi Williams' hook shot is in and out. Here comes Harding and company, pushing it up ahead. Posey, lob on the other end, and swatted out of play by Dow. He came out of nowhere, and he breaks up the alley-oop chance for Toulson. Nice hustle play there from Connor Dow. Ty Harper will check back in for Cal Furnish after that. That was impressive stuff from Connor. As Harding to inbound it on the baseline, kind of in the corner. Gets it into that right corner for Robinson. Now he's swinging around, head of the key, and right back to Harding, right wing. Harding, entry pass into the block for Punch. Dribbles his way up to the elbow. Handoff for Toulson. Nothing there. Toulson at the block, lobs it back outside for Harding. 9 to shoot. Harding trying to create on Turner. Goes left around the screen, pulls up from 18, and it rolls home. Right over the front of the rim, and the home rim doing some kind things for Brock Harding. He's got 6 points on 3 of 4 from the field. All of them in the mid-range. As Harper brings it across, the lead is 25. 56-31 TCU in front. Dow with it top of the key. Now gives it up for Turner deep right wing. Turner for Killips. Back over for Harper deep right wing. Harper gets double teamed for the moment. Harper spins inside at the elbow, throws it up, no good, but he got fouled. And 2 shots coming for Ty Harper. On the other side of the timeout, 56-31 TCU in front. Their largest lead with 11:46 left to go in the ball game. Foul is on number 5, Micah Robinson. And while free throws on the other side of this break, don't go anywhere. This is Golden Eagle basketball right here on the ORU Sports Network.
Welcome to Lamar Outdoor Advertising, the largest outdoor advertising company in the U.S. and one of the most successful operators in the outdoor advertising industry. We offer advertising in 2/3 of the top 50 markets in the country, as well as over 100 years of experience to help you make the most of this valuable marketing tool. Please visit our website, www.lamar.com, to learn more about our award-winning team and services. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter, too. Let us know how we can best assist you when we return to the line.
Basketball season is here, so let racers make sure you're on the ball for entertaining. Make it easy with our ready-to-grill items, like our jalapeno poppers and kebabs. We have fan favorites, like our sandwich trays from the deli, or team-themed cakes and cupcakes in the bakery. Racers, the official grocery store of the ORU Golden Eagles.
This is number 7, Martin Skillips, and you're listening to Golden Eagles basketball on ORU Sports Network.
ORU trails by a game-high 25 right now, 56-31. TCU in front, but Ty Harper with free throws on the other side of the break. ORU 0 their last 4. One of their last 7, a scoring drought of 2.5 minutes, and Harper off to an 0-4 start here in the second half after having 11 points in that first half, but a chance to break that scoreless spell here in half number 2. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network, and ORU has known for putting together a pretty good second half so far this year, but that is not the case here tonight. TCU outscoring them 18-6 after the break, and again, they've taken their largest lead so far, 56-31. Scoring leaders for either side, Ty Harper with 11, David Punch with 15, and Jaden Pierre joins him in double figures. He's got 12 on 5 of 9 shooting. Punch is 7 of 10 shooting. So let's see if ORU can put together a good 11:46. Once again, this is the last road non-con game of the year. They will host UT Arlington to close out the non-conference schedule on Monday night from the Mabee Center, and that'll be a big game as UT Arlington has played some like opponents of Oral Roberts, and they've had some success against like opponents. So that'll be a really big one. They're taking on Stanford, or they did take on Stanford tonight. They lost 76-60. So out of the timeout, it's Dow, Harper, Turner, Killips, and Yamaduchi Williams, as Harper will head to the free throw line. It's Harding, Edwards, Lilovicius, Posey, and Punch for TCU. First free throw is on the way and good from Ty Harper. And Harper with one more at the line to try and get to 13 points. And it is up and down. Ty connects on 2, and a 1-2-2 zone look full court from ORU as Harding gets towards half court. He plays catch with Lilovicius and brings it across half court against Turner. Harding hangs out at half court. 16 on the shot clock. Now he finally goes off of a screen from Lilovicius. Hits him on a flare screen. 3 ball. Up, no good. Too strong, and Yamanuchi Williams with the rebound. He gives it over for Harper. We'll bring it across far sideline. Harper at the right wing. It's caught in the corner. Bounces it outside for Turner. Turner right back up top for Harper. 16 to shoot. Now Yamanuchi Williams. Another handoff for Harper. Right back to Yamanuchi Williams. Had it poked away for a moment, but he got it back. Udo trying to create. Gets to the free throw line. Lost it at the Big 12 logo. 6 to shoot. Outside for Dow, looking for a shot. Dow outside. Harper with 3 seconds. Harper gets inside, and he got it swatted at the horn out of bounds by Punch, who helps him up as it's a shot clock violation. Another block there for David Punch, as Ofri Neve will check in for Connor Dow. The zone look full court continues for ORU on the pressure as Harding gets it across for Posey. Now they settle back into their man-to-man. Harding at the U and TCU. Directs traffic, dribbles right. Hands off for Lilovicius. Gives it head of the key for Punch. Punch surveying his options. Finds Edwards off the screen. Pull up for 15. Left it short. Offensive rebound. Kozu kicks it back outside. Catch and shoot. Edwards 3. Left that one short. And a foul underneath is going to be called on Killips. So Martins Killips picks up his 3rd personal. Barron Smith will check back in for Oral Roberts as Yamanuchi Williams takes a seat. Harding to inbound on his own baseline, 56-33, TCU in front. Just under 10.5 minutes left to go. Harding will launch a 3. Left it short, rebound battled for, and Posey commits the foul on the loose ball as he was battling for it with Ofri Neve, his 1st personal. That is the team's 4th of the half. So ORU basketball, just one of their last 8 from the field. Let's see if they can change that. Only 8 points for them in the second half. Killips, top of the key for Harper. Dribbles right around a screen. Harper over for Neve, left wing. Skip pass right side. Turner thought about it. Now drives baseline, dumps it off. Neve at the Big 12 logo. Takes an extra step, floats it up, and it rolls off the rim. It hung on there forever. And it just still doesn't drop. The lid remains on for Oral Roberts. Dump off, head of the key for Punch. Thought about the 3, kind of toying with the idea. And now he runs into Posey, nearly turned it over. He still has his dribble. And now he gives it up at the head of the key for Edwards. Works his way to the left, drives inside, layup up and good. So Edwards with a right-handed layup from the left side. Makes it 58-33. Harper shaded off to the left side of the top of the key. Goes right between the circles. Long skip pass left corner for Neve. He fakes, now pulls up from 10. Wanted to draw the foul, nowhere close in the shot, though. And here comes TCU out and running. Posey into the teeth of the defense, and Neve nearly swatted it, but he missed the layup anyway. 2 players down behind the play. It's a 4-on-4 for the moment. Harper, he'll step up straight on 3. Good. Ty Harper back in the scoring column. He's got 16 points, and that ends the drought of ORU missing their last 7 shots. A Punch, head of the key. Punch looking, hands it off for Edwards. Edwards gets all the way inside, nifty move. No, but he gets fouled on the way in, and Ofri Neve cannot believe it. It's on Jack Turner. So Edwards will go to the free throw line. Neve thought it was on him. It was not. It was on Turner on the contact right before him. So here is Edwards, just 1 of 2 from the stripe, just as Toulson was heading into tonight, and he misses the front end. Cal Furnish checks back in for ORU. Luke Gray is also set to check back in for Martins Killips, as Toulson and Pierre are back in for TCU. 8:44 left to go, 58-36, TCU in front. Bend at the knees, and Edwards lets it fly. Missed them both, and the rebound. Gray and Harper ran into each other, but luckily Barron Smith was there to pick it up. He flips it back over for Harper, who will run the offense on the other side, starting from the right wing. Harper bounces it head of the key for Smith. Smith surveys. Looking for Neve. He's got him on the handoff, lost it for a moment. Now Neve gets blitzed on the screen. Neve backing his way down right side. We'll go to work on Edwards with 5. Neve, extra pass underneath. Smith muscles it up and in off the glass. Nicely done by Barron Smith Jr. And he's in the scoring column in his hometown for the first time. Toulson drives baseline on the other side. Dump off pass for Punch. Extra pass outside. Here comes Pierre, baseline left side. Pierre kicks it back out. Edwards swings it. Good ball movement from the Frogs. Toulson with it. Gives it up for Punch. Punch patiently waiting. Now works his way in on Smith. Double team looming with Furnish. He gets rid of it. He's swinging around left to right. And that one's taken away by Gray as Lilovicius just mishandled it and gave it right into the lap of Luke Gray. And here comes Oral Roberts. Furnish left wing on the other side. Works his way to the baseline. Furnish bounce pass opposite corner. Harper thought about the 3. Steps back for a moment. Harper with nifty ball handling. Gets inside. Wanted to skip it extra baseline. And it was tipped out of bounds. A lot of contact. But it'll remain with Oral Roberts with 7.5 minutes left to go in the ball game. And ORU trailing by 20. It's the Horned Frogs 58 and the Golden Eagles 38. Don't go anywhere. This is the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Jaguar Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Adventure, comfort, safety. The Acura MDX has it all. Perfect for family trips or weekend getaways. The Acura MDX keeps you connected, comfortable, and confident on every road. Drive one today at Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, where luxury meets peace of mind. The MDX, your journey elevated.
This is number 20, Lane Sparks, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
Hey fans, Jim Norton Toyota is where T-Town gets Toyota. Why? Jim Norton Toyota always has a huge selection of new Toyotas. Jim Norton Toyota has lifetime warranties on every new Toyota, and you get it all plus a huge Jim Norton discount. Come see him at Jim Norton Toyota, 9809 South Memorial, where T-Town gets Toyota. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network, 58-38 TCU in front. It has been an offensive struggle here tonight for Oral Roberts, getting outscored 20-13 in the second half. TCU has gone on a rare scoring drought of the last 2 minutes. Ty Harper leading the way for ORU with 16 points, but Golden Eagles just shooting 36%, 28% from 3. They're 4 of 6 on the free throw line. TCU on the other side, 48% from the field, 21% from 3, 69% from the free throw line there, 9 of 13. It is Golden Eagle basketball out of the timeout as it's Dow, Furnish, Neve, Gray, and Yamanuchi Williams. On the other side, Toulson, Pierre, Edmonds, Lilovicius, and Edwards for TCU. Baseline out of bounds play for Cal Furnish as we await to get going. Out of the timeout, 7.5 minutes left to go. Waiting for some sort of delay here. There's the second horn. I guess everybody just broke the huddle super early. So here we go as Furnish gets it in right wing for Neve. Back up top, Dow open for 3 right side. Rims in and out. Good look though for Dow, and the rebound ripped down by Lilovicius. TCU wants to push. They do into the corner right in front of their bench. And now a pull-up 3. Edwards go. That was pure from the very get-go. And that ends the drought of 2 minutes and 8 seconds for TCU. It makes it 61-38. Gray, top of the key, angles right towards the wing as Dow slipped underneath the basket he was looking for. Now Neve skips it back. Furnish, short corner left side for Yamanuchi Williams. Double team comes. He skips it out. Extra pass down, left wide open. Right wing three. Good. Extra ball movement. Nice job from the Golden Eagles and a nice job from Yamanuchi Williams recognizing that double team and getting it out of there in a timely manner. Down the other side, Pierre nearly had it taken away by Gray. Somehow kept it in bounds. Gray's got the basketball, flips it over for Furnish. Extra pass down. He'll try from the left side this time. Left it short. It bounces straight up and down, and the rebound goes out of bounds off at TCU. So nice effort there on a couple of plays from Oral Roberts. Oh, the basketball with 20 in the timer. 6.5 left to go in the ball game. 61-41 TCU in front. And Micah Robinson will come back in for TCU. Martin Skillup's back in for Oral Roberts. Opening the base, sits down. Furnish surveys on the baseline, gets it left corner for Killips. Phillips searching for Dow off a screen, right back to Phillips' left corner. He puts it on the deck, gets to the free throw line, and he got bumped on the way in. Foul committed on TCU. It's going to go on Tanner Toulson. That's his second personal. 15th foul on TCU. Another baseline out of bounds play as Furnish lobs it, head of the key for Killips. Right back to Furnish. Thought about the left corner three. In between the circles for Killips. Killips, a little bit of a zone look here from TCU now. Yamanuchi Williams, left side, short corner. Spins over to the right hand. Shot up. Takes a friendly bounce, but doesn't drop all the way, and TCU's got it. On the rebound, here comes Pierre. Across the timeline with 6 minutes left to go. Dumps it off. Edmonds finds Edwards off the screen. Works his way inside. Extra pass. Robinson fumbled it for a moment underneath his own basket. Looking for help. Kicks it out. Edwards with a pump fake. Works his way inside. Wild layup up. No good. He missed it off the bottom of the rim. And the rebound for Luke Gray. He dumps it off for Furnish, who brings it across. Now Killips. Extra pass. Gray. Right corner three on the way. Good. Nice look. As Luke Gray knocks down the three in the corner, 61-44 as we approach 5.5 left to go. Luke Gray into the scoring column for the first time tonight. On the other side for TCU, right wing, it's Pierre. Out of the key now. Edmonds works his way left, a handoff. That's Robinson. Drives into the left block. Gets double teamed at that block. Dumps it off Toulson with a floater, but he got fouled on the way up. Foul's going to be on Luke Gray. That is his second personal. Team foul number 8. 2 shots here from Tanner Toulson. Guy started his career at BYU back in 2022-23. Spent the last 2 years at Utah Valley. First free throw up and good. Toulson tonight, he's got 5 points, 3 of them coming from the stripe. He's countered out, checks out. Jack Turner checks back. So we hear Jamie Dixon say, put a body on a person. Hear that on the court mic. Toulson with a handful of dribbles. Second free throw up and net. 63-44, TCU leads. Brings it across left side. Eagles right now working on a double team. Gives it up for Gray left wing. Now into the corner for Turner. Dribbles it back up towards half court. Now between the circles. Left corner. Yamanuchi Williams fires for 3. Left it short. And it hits the top of the backboard. That will send it back towards TCU. 4:57 left to go. As Barron Smith gets off the bench. And he'll sub in for Yamanuchi Williams. Brock Harding will bring it up for TCU. Harding directing traffic at midcourt. It's a screen to the right. Bodies hit the deck. Gives it up for Toulson, who drives in. Extra pass underneath. And Edmonds missed the layup. Nice contest there from Gray on the weak side. Furnish hits the deck, and Gray forced to put it on the deck, and he pushes it up for Turner. Right wing now for Turner and the Golden Eagles. Gives it up for Gray with a pump fake at the three-point line. Gets inside, fights contact, and got fouled. Nice take there by Luke Gray. A very smart take. After he just hit the 3 from there moments ago, he uses that to his advantage. Gets the pump fake, gets his defender in the air, and draws the foul. The foul is on Robinson. That is his first. Team foul number 6 for TCU. As Luke Gray back to the free throw line looking for some redemption. First one is up and rims out. He's 0 for 3. David Punch checks back in for TCU as he takes the spot of Xavier Edmonds. One more at the line for Luke Gray. He's got 3 points on that lone 3 ball. Second one is good. Makes it 63-45, and another substitution. We see Chase Martin for the first time here tonight. He checks in for that soft pressure full court. Harding bounces it for Toulson, right back to Harding across half court. In between the circles now, left wing for Pierre. Gives it for Punch. Dribbles right. Punch wanted a hand off but didn't have it. Now he's got a handoff left wing for Toulson, working his way around Turner. Kicks it out. Robinson left corner, 7 to shoot. Now gives it up. Pierre had his pass deflected, and Barron Smith has a steal. Here comes Gray leading the break. Goes behind the back. Gives it out. Turner thought about the left wing 3, but Harding, he was able to corral the defense pretty well there, and ORU will set it back up. Martin, right corner, into Killups. He'll fire the 3. Good. Martin's Killups, a heavily contested 3 over David Punch. And it's 63-48 with 3:40 left to go. So ORU inching a little bit closer. All of a sudden, they're only being outscored by 2 here in the half after it was a pretty sluggish start. Here goes around a screen ahead of the key, works his way to the right wing. Back over to a screen, gives it up Harding in between the circles. Now right wing for Toulson. Wanted an entry pass, he didn't have it. Works his way to the free throw line, and now he throws it into the corner as Punch recovers. 4 to shoot. Punch, does he realize? Works his way down. Fadeaway jumper, free throw line. Left it short. Offensive rebound, though, for Toulson on the right block. Wants to go to work on Killup. Spins around, kicks it out now for Pierre left wing. Into the corner. That's Robinson with it. Bounces it at the wing for Punch with 10 to shoot. Works his way to the head of the key. Punch, a handoff, here to the free throw line. Lobs it up, and Punch missed the dunk on the receiving end, but he gets fouled. We're going to get Jack Turner on the foul. That is his 3rd personal, and that'll send us to the final media timeout of the ball game. It's TCU 63 and Oral Roberts 48. We'll take the timeout with them. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Golden Eagle basketball right here on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TTCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
This is number 5, Connor Down. You're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
If you want to know who's doing a whole lot for the state of Oklahoma, look no further than the people of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas. From contributing billions to education, funding medical research, and supporting the arts, they are deeply invested in the well-being of our state. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network. So glad you could join us here on this Thursday night. It's TCU 63 and Oral Roberts 48 with 2:52 left to go in the ball game as ORU's offense has started to pick it up a little bit. They were being outscored at one point 18-6 in the second half. Now it's 25-23 in the second half in favor of TCU. They're at another 2-minute plus scoring drought. ORU shooting 38% from the field, 35% from downtown. and they're 5 of 8 from the free throw line. Kind of an uncharacteristic night for ORU from the free throw line. Usually pretty good about that. 47% from the field is TCU, 27% from 3. They are 11 of 15 from the stripe. ORU has taken care of the ball much better in the second half as well. Just 4 turnovers, totaling for 13 in the game. TCU with 8 turnovers. So that has been a point of improvement for the visitors from Tulsa. But it is free throws for David Punch as he was fouled by Jack Turner on the receiving end of an alley-oop out of the timeout. So Punch leading the Horned Frogs with 15 points. Hasn't scored in quite a while. He's 1 of 2 from the stripe here tonight, and he hits the first. Punch is 70% free throw shooter on the year. He had a double-double on Monday, 17 and 13 against Incarnate Word. Second one on the way, left it short. Back tap, though, from Toulson, and an extra possession for TCU. They swing it around as Robinson thought about the 3. Now he drives baseline, first layup up, and rattles home. So an extra possession turns into 2 more points for TCU. They lead at 66-48 as Turner brings it across now for Chase Martin right at midcourt. Martin surveys, gives it right back to Turner at the left wing. Turner gets around the screen, thought about pulling it, but gives it up for Gray instead. Shades left of the head of the key, now hands off for Turner. Head of the key now for Barron Smith with 8 to shoot. Smith gives it off for Killups, 6 seconds. Killups, wild pass out of bounds. He was looking for Martin, and he threw it with one hand, and it kind of came off his hand a little bit weirdly. As Toulson inbounds it for Brock Harding, who brings it across for TCU as we approach 2 minutes. Toulson off the handoff, head of the key. Hands off. Now Harding, they swing it around opposite corner. Robinson thought about the 3. Punch with it. Between the circles, Punch. A handoff for Pierre. 11 to shoot. Pierre goes right, pulls up from 15, and that one rattles off. Offensive rebound for Punch, throws it back up. No good, but he got fouled. It is number 25, Luke Gray. That is his 3rd. Team foul number 10, so ORU is over the limit. 2 shots for Punch. He just had 2 shots. He split a pair. He's 2 of 4 from the line here tonight. First free throw is good. Makes it 67-48. Punch spins it back into the right hand. 3 dribbles, and he misses the second one. Another offensive rebound for Toulson. So an extra possession yet again. R.J. Jones into the game for the first time for TCU. He's got it, gives it up for Punch, top of the key. Punch drives his way in on Killups, spins around to the free throw line, got Killups in the air, now gives it back out for Jones. Jones with 5, he'll pull straight on 3. Well off the mark, another offensive rebound. Punch with it this time in the right corner. Punch backs his way down onto the baseline, and Turner poked it away, but it's out of bounds off of Turner. And it remains TCU ball with 1:27. Aaron Jacob will check in for the first time for Oral Roberts. He'll take over for Chase Martin. Baseline out of bounds play for R.J. Jones, sophomore from Denton, Texas, transfer from Kansas State, and he gets it in, and an easy bucket for Caden Edwards, cut into the basket on the right block. 69-48. Minute 17 left to go. ORU's gotten it within 15 in this half, but that's really as close as they've been. The swing pass right corner for Killups. Now into the short corner right side for Gray. Goes baseline, hop step in the lane, got it taken away for a moment, got it back. Now Gray forces it up and scores. An impressive bucket there for Luke Gray over the arms of Micah Robinson. Under a minute to play here from Fort Worth, 69-50. Handoff. Posey goes around the screen to the Big 12 logo, kicks it out for Jones, now right corner. Toulson thought about the 3, drives inside on Aaron Jacob, got him in the air, hangs and hits. Toulson wanted a foul, but the ref said no. And it's 71-50. Turner, top of the key. About a 10-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Extra pass, Yamanuchi Williams had it blocked, and it's swatted out of bounds by Robinson. 30.6 left to go, 19 on the timer. TCU will get win number 8 of the year here tonight. ORU will fall to 5-9. The unfortunate thing is they're 7 points away from having 8 wins this year. Yamanuchi Williams out of control, throws it up, and the rebound corralled by TCU. Who's the foul going to be on? It's going to be on Oral Roberts. So ORU will go home against UTA and try and finish the non-con on a high note. TCU will host Florida A&M. That's what's on deck for them. That sends R.J. Jones to the free throw line. Played 28 games last year for Kansas State, but only averaged 9 minutes, and he misses the first free throw. He is a native of Texas, and he's played for 2 schools with the color purple. You must like it. Second one on the way is good. 23.3 left to go. Shot clock off. It is 72-50 TCU in front. Turner with a deep right wing. Turner goes right baseline, spins around looking for help. Skip pass, tipped on the way to Gray with 12 seconds left. Gray works his way to the Big 12 logo, kicks it out. Turner thought about the 3. Now Jacob will take the 3 straight on, and he's got it. His second 3 of the year for Aaron Jacob. Puts a nice finish to this game, but it'll still be a win for TCU as the buzzer sounds, and that'll do it here from Fort Worth. The final score, the TCU Horned Frogs 72 and the Oral Roberts Golden Eagles 53. TCU improves to 8-3 on the year, and ORU falls to 5-9. We'll recap it all for you coming up on the Empire Fence postgame show. Full postgame analysis, stat breakdown, and all, including a head coach conversation with Corey Barnett. So stick around for all that. Don't go anywhere. This is Golden Eagle basketball right here on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast, whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
When it comes to family dinner, Waldorf Chicken makes everyone happy. Kids love the hand-breaded tenders and creamy mac and cheese. Parents love the deal. Every Tuesday, kids eat free with the purchase of an adult entry. Whether you are craving sandwich, wings, or fresh salad, Waldorf has something for everyone. With 3 Tulsa area locations open 7 days a week, plus catering for any event, Waldorf Chicken serves up flavor and smiles. Waldorf, where family favorites are made fresh every day.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of 4 with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC from Ford Credit.
Welcome back to Fort Worth here at Schulmeyer Arena. This is the Empire Fence postgame show here on the ORU Sports Network. Connor Clark here with you. So glad you can make us a part of your Thursday evening. The final score here tonight, TCU 72, Oral Roberts 53. As ORU falls to 5-9 on the year, TCU to 8-3 on the year. Let's get you some team statistics from tonight's ball game. ORU shoots it at a 38% rate for both the floor and 3. They were 5 of 8 from the free throw line. TCU 48% for the field, just 25% from three-point land, and 14 of 21 from the free throw line. Turnovers, ORU with 14, TCU with 8 points off those turnovers. TCU with 16, and ORU with 10. Rebounding battle won by the Horned Frogs, 38-26. Defensively, 23-17. Offensively, 15-9. Second chance points, TCU made a living, 17-2 in front of ORU. Bench points, 25-17 over Oral Roberts. Points in the paint, TCU controlled it, 40-22. Fast break points, the Horned Frogs outscore ORU 11-8. Blocks 4-2 in favor of the Horned Frogs. Steals 8-5 in favor of the Horned Frogs. ORU did a much better job with their assist rate, though, and that'll be something that makes Corey Barnett happy. 13 assists on 20 made field goals, so the ball movement was a lot better here tonight, and they out-assist TCU 13 to 12. Individual scoring leaders for Oral Roberts, it's Ty Harper. He's at double figures in every single game thus far. 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist for him. He's the only Golden Eagle in double figures. The next closest, Yuta Yamanuchi-Williams, was 7 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. On the other side, it was David Punch with 17 points on 7 of 11 shooting. He also had 6 rebounds. And then Jaden Pierre right behind him with 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists on 50% shooting. So those are the single statistical leaders here tonight. So not much double figure scoring. It wasn't a huge offensive game by any means on really either side, and that's due to the defenses on either side. And I think ORU's defense is rapidly improving, but it's just the offensive side of the ball they got to figure out. Let's get you those scores from around the top 25 and around the Summit League. The only top 25 team in action here tonight. Number 25, Georgia takes care of Western Carolina, 112-82 in Athens. And we had a close one down to the wire in the Summit League, but it looks so actually we got a couple that are close down to the wire. North Dakota trailing Winthrop with just under 7 to play, 76-72 up in Grand Forks. Kansas City was within 2 moments ago, but now they trail 80-70 at Oklahoma State with just over 3.5 to go in Stillwater. So KC is keeping it close with the Cowboys up in Oklahoma. And then, of course, our final score here, 72-53. TCU out in front of Oral Roberts. So that is what's going on in the world of college basketball and in the world of the Summit League. So as the Empire Fence postgame show continues, we will chat with head coach Corey Barnett, recap tonight's game, get his thoughts on tonight's loss, and then we will wrap things up here from Fort Worth, Texas. So don't go anywhere. Empire Fence postgame show continues after this. This is the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Jaguar Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Adventure, comfort, safety. The Acura MDX has it all. Perfect for family trips or weekend getaways. The Acura MDX keeps you connected, comfortable, and confident on every road. Drive one today at Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, where luxury meets peace of mind. The MDX, your journey elevated.
This is number 20, Lane Sparks, and you're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrow's Tiger Hill Plaza and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
Adventure, comfort, safety. The Acura MDX has it all. Perfect for family trips or weekend getaways. The Acura MDX keeps you connected, comfortable, and confident on every road. Drive one today at Grubbs Acura of Tulsa, where luxury meets peace of mind. The MDX, your journey elevated.
What's going on? This is Luke Gray. You're listening to ORU Basketball on the ORU Sports Network.
Life comes at you fast. Whether it's starting a family, making the most out of your side hustle, or anything else financial, sometimes you just need to talk to someone. That's what we do. We're TCU Federal Credit Union, and we're here to get you where you want to go. Our money experts can help build your credit, figure out your budgets, and even help plan your savings goals. Together, we've got this. TCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Bill Knight Ford, we're proud to bring you the power of four with Bill Knight Ford of Tulsa, Stillwater, Bartlesville, and now our all-new location in Veneta. You have access to a wider selection of vehicles, more service options, and a dedicated team.
Get the 2025 F-150 Super Crew for just $48,990 or the 2025 Explorer for just $43,660, both with 3.9% financing.
Visit any of our 4 locations to experience the power of 4 for yourself or shop BillKnightAuto.com today.
WAC.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
This number 5, Connor Down. You're listening to Golden Eagle Basketball on ORU Sports Network.
Welcome back into the Empire Fence postgame show as a conversation with head coach Corey Barnett comes your way in just a matter of moments. But recapping things here from Schulmeyer Arena here in Fort Worth, Texas. The final score, TCU 72 and Oral Roberts 53. And when it comes down to it, ORU's defensive performance, honestly, I think you got to be happy with it if you're head coach Corey Barnett. Giving up 72 against a Big 12 opponent on the road is no easy task, and they were able to do it. Of course, the offense struggled at times, scoring 25 in the first half and then 28 in the second. It didn't look great there for a while in that second half offensively, but they really picked it up. They were being outscored 18-6 at one point. At another point in the second half, it was 25-23 TCU. It ends up being 34-28 in that second half. So the defense improves by 4 points as well. I thought the ball security improved in the second half as ORU had 9 at the break. They ended up with 14 for the game, so really took care of the ball down the stretch as well at a much higher rate. And that goes a long way in the grand scheme of things. And, of course, we've talked about the strength of schedule of this group as well in the non-con, and it is top 100 in the country, and for good reason. They have been battle-tested, and that was something that this coaching staff really wanted to do with this group as well, is, get them as many tough tests as possible, kind of see what they're made of early on in the year. And I know we're not really early on in the year anymore, but it is only preparing them for conference play with each and every single contest. And conference play is starting in a mere 2 weeks, which is extremely hard to believe, with North Dakota looming on January 1st. ORU will go up to North Dakota to take on the Fighting Hawks, and then it's not an easy start to conference play either. They will then travel down to Fargo from Grand Forks to take on the North Dakota State Bison, who are off to a really, really good start here in 2025-26. Coach David Richmond's done a phenomenal job with his squad. And then they come home and they take on the reigning Summit League regular season champions, the St. Thomas Tommies, who also look really good yet again. And Nolan Minnesali has been just destroying competition right now. He looks every bit of that preseason player of the year award, and for good reason. But North Dakota State owns the best record in the Summit at 10-3. St. Thomas right behind them at 9-4. North Dakota is 4-9. They've struggled out of the gate, so it is a game that Oral Roberts could absolutely win. But the next 2 after that one are pretty daunting tasks, especially on the road against North Dakota State. Tip-off at North Dakota will be at 1 p.m. on New Year's Day, so come ring in the new year with us on the ORU Sports Network. We'll have pregame coverage for you at 12:40 p.m. up from Grand Forks, North Dakota. And then 2 days later on that Saturday at North Dakota State, it'll be another day game, a 3 p.m. tip-off. And that one also right here on the ORU Sports Network, pregame coverage at 2:40. And you can also watch it nationally televised. It's on the CBS Sports Network. So that'll be a fun little wrinkle there. And then ORU's back home a week later. So they get a nice week off after the first 2 road games of conference play and the first 2 games in general of conference play. And they will take on St. Thomas January 10th, Saturday at 7 p.m. at the Baby Center as well. So it is a tough start to Summit League play, but every game, honestly, is going to be tough in the Summit League no matter who you are. And I said this at the beginning of the year, and I'll stick by this statement. I think Oral Roberts can go out every single night in the Summit League and have a solid chance to win every single game that they play. Does that mean they're going to win every single game that they play? No. But I think that it means they're going to give everybody a heck of a fight each and every single night. And it'll be fun to watch. I know the record doesn't really show it, but again, this team is 7 points removed from having 8 wins this year. I mean, you have a 1-point loss against Tulsa. You got a 1-point loss against Missouri State just a few nights ago in heartbreaking fashion. You lose by 5 against Florida Gulf Coast in a true road game, which kind of could have gone either way. Of course, they have a nice win against Kennesaw State in that Coconut Hoops Invitational as well, which is a really nice resume builder, if I'm being honest. And it's just been a schedule that's been littered with tough competition. You've had Oklahoma State, you've had OU, you've had TCU, you've had Tulsa, who's off to a really, really nice start, as I mentioned. You have Rice, who is starting to play a lot better. You've had TCU here tonight. You've got UTA to round it out, who's, again, a really, really good squad. And we can take a quick look at UTA's squad here in 2025-26. And they've played some like opponents that Oral Roberts has played as well. They're currently 7-4 on the year, but they've also played Missouri State. They beat them 67-49. They've also played Weber State. They beat them 74-73. Those are the two like opponents for Oral Roberts and UTA. They're coming off of a loss 76-60 against Stanford, and their next game is, of course, against Oral Roberts on Monday nights at 7 p.m. And that'll be a really high-level college basketball game, I think, and it'll be a very tightly contested one that could go either way. And ORU, if they were able to get that win at home, that would be really, really good, as ORU is 4-2 at home, so they've been much better in their home gym as they try and protect the Navy one more time in non-conference play. So we are gearing up for a conversation with the head coach, Corey Barnett, here in just a few moments here on the ORU Sports Network. A big thanks for everybody checking us out here on this Thursday night. Once again, the final score, 72-53 in favor of the TCU Horned Frogs. They will take on Florida A&M in their next ball game here at home in Fort Worth, as Oral Roberts will gear up to bus back to Tulsa here tonight. If you wanted an inside look, the travel schedule for this group. So we'll take one more quick break, and then on the other side, we'll be joined by the head coach, Corey Barnett, here in just a matter of moments. This is the Empire Fence postgame show on the ORU Sports Network.
Family owned and operated since 1969, the Don Thornton Automotive Group is driven to make car buying easy and your ownership experience exceptional. Tulsa's choice for performance and luxury. Audi Tulsa, Don Thornton Cadillac, Jaguar Land Rover Tulsa, Don Thornton Volkswagen, and Lexus of Tulsa. Visit any of their dealerships on Memorial in Midtown or online at donthorntonauto.com.
Looking for delicious fried and rotisserie chicken? Look no further than Waldo's Chicken. Our Southern-style scratch-made sides are the perfect complement to our mouth-watering chicken. With dine-in, drive-through, and catering options, we got you covered for all occasions. Let us handle your next fundraising event, team lunch, or family gathering with our full-service catering options. Enjoy all your favorite sports with lots of TVs, and don't miss out on our daily food and drink specials each week. With 2 convenient locations at Broken Arrows, Tiger Hill Plaza, and 71st and Yale. Waldo's Chicken, the best fried chicken in Oklahoma.
One last time here in the Empire Fence postgame show. Connor Clark here with you on the ORU Sports Network, now joined by the head coach, Corey Barnett, following a 72-53 loss against TCU. And, Coach, I know it was a tough task with the way that TCU just plays defense, and you guys talked about it a ton in your scout and just how much havoc they caused. What did you notice from their group, especially in that first half, and how were you guys able to make adjustments to that at the break?
Yeah, I mean, I thought overall we had a group that we, for whatever it might be, 32 minutes of the game, we had a really good mindset. We came to fight, but I thought we got popped first 4 minutes of both halves. And when you go against a team that's just this talented, this athletic, this well coached, who flies around and plays how hard they do, you can't have those 8 minutes, and those cost us an opportunity to make this a tight game. And obviously, I was very proud of that, 16 to 4 minute stretch, especially in the second half, where guys fought like crazy. But my message to them in the locker room was just this: what we're building here, what we're going to get back to, is every single place we go into, we have full belief for 40 minutes. We're going in there to win. And I didn't feel that for 40 minutes, and I need to do a better job of building that belief consistently through who we are, regardless of what the name on the other jersey. It doesn't matter where we are. I love this group. I'll take them anywhere in the country, in any arena, and battle with them, because I think we have the guys in that locker room who have the heart and toughness. It's just we need the urgency, the consistency, and the discipline to be able to come and compete in an arena like this against a team like this to be able to get a win.
I think across 2 games on this road trip, you guys played some pretty solid defense in both outings. You give up 63 at Missouri State. You give up 72 on the road against a Big 12 team. And I feel you got to feel pretty proud of the defensive side of the ball, especially on this road trip.
Yeah, I think we've made a little bit of a jump here this weekend, but I mean, just not quite enough. Obviously, it's still 0-2. Wins matter, and this team needs that. So we had a really good opportunity against a very, very good UTA team who coming in on a Monday. So hopefully maybe is rocking, and we would love to go out on the holiday break in a real great way. So
yeah, big game coming up for you guys on Monday, and not to look ahead too much, but a team that you guys have played pretty like opponents as well as UTA, 2 of them being Weber State and Missouri State, who you guys just played. So, I mean, kind of looking forward, crystal ball a little bit. What do you notice about that UTA team, and what can we expect on Monday night?
Tough, physical, athletic, fly around. Coach, I've known Coach for a while. He does a really good job. They have a great staff. So I think it'll be a very tough physical game, and our guys are ready for that fight. And I'm thankful for the progress that they made this week in terms of their buy-in to the defensive end. But now it's about 40 minutes consistency. We keep saying the same thing, and at some point we need to go out and we need to do it. We need to become that team, and our identity needs to form around that for every single possession.
Well, as always, Coach, thanks so much for the time, and we'll talk to you on Monday.
Appreciate it, brother.
That is the head coach, Corey Barnett, here on the Empire Fence post-game show, and that'll wrap us up here from Fort Worth, Texas at Schollmeyer Arena as ORU falls 72-53 against TCU here tonight. ORU will return home on Monday to take on UT Arlington, and what Coach said will be a very, very important game and a very, very closely contested game. Two very even opponents going at each other from the Baby Center, so be sure to join us tip-off for that one at 7 o'clock. You can join us on the ORU Sports Network at 6:50, which should be a really fun college basketball game to be a part of. So big thanks to our entire sponsorship group, as always, for allowing us to put on these great broadcasts. A big thanks to our ORU Sports Network crew for helping us out and making us look and sound great each and every single night. And a big thanks to all of you for making us a part of your Thursday night. This is Connor Clark saying so long from Fort Worth, Texas. We'll talk to you again on Monday night. We hope you enjoy the rest of your night, and we hope you enjoy your entire weekend. This has been Golden Eagle Basketball on the ORU Sports Network.